Welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct. Here's my buddies.
That
We're all
was
gonna
so loud.
say, sorry.
I wasn't expecting that. Sorry. I got startled.
I got startled.
Welcome to another episode of.
Yes, AMR. Yes.
You know, I know we want an audience, but I would appreciate not attracting that specific audience.
Why is that?
Do you all
random?
want to do like the hot tub streams?
Hot tub streams. What is that?
Where girls on Twitch just wear like skimpy bikinis and sit in a kiddie pool for views and do really nothing else.
You know,
Or like they'll do like ASMR.
Yeah.
there was a woman who was just
Not as far
arrested
as you can take it on Twitch.
at a beach in South Carolina for wearing a bikini that apparently was too small, so she got arrested in South Carolina. I don't know. It's listen. You gotta give people what they want. Otherwise, what are we doing in this fascistic state that we're in? Unbelievable.
I would absolutely love to be the lawyer on that case. Just please define for me you know what cuz like what do you do? Cuz like if she's wearing clothing and it covers
You're not allowed to wear a thong on that beach, apparently. I don't know how you would know. It's a beach. But
okay, weird.
what's the line? At what
Yeah.
point does it become a thong? How much
That's
cheap
kind of what I mean is that like
is allowed?
that's why I said I would love to be the lawyer on that case, because that's exactly the angle I would play it. I'd be like, all right, please define for me exactly how much of her ass cheek has to be showing to make it thong.
And don't forget, North Carolina is a state that has the law on the books that if a dude gains entry to a vagina, he's legally allowed to finish.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Well, South
I
Carolina
wish I
was the
was.
state that had like the once a year you could bring your wife to the courthouse and like beat her on the stairs or something too.
Yeah, the stairs of the courthouse. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years in the Air Force, so yeah, it's an interesting place.
Yeah, it shocks me that any woman still lives in the Carolinas.
What the fuck?
Well, what it is it's mainly laws that stay. West Virginia is the same way, where they have a bunch of laws that are just remaining on the books that they don't enforce, but are still on the books because
Oh,
they've
yeah.
never done anything to take them off. Like, for instance, in West Virginia, fun fact, it is illegal to have sex with a farm animal under 45 pounds.
So
Okay.
donkey's okay?
Yeah,
Well, I'll
cows
let you think through, yes, the logical implications of that law. And I'm
Sheep.
pretty sure that they've passed laws
Sheep, okay.
since then that imply otherwise, but that law remains on the books because
Right.
they don't
And
a
you
lot
got-
of these states don't go back and like
Yeah. And
trim the hedges, so to speak.
Right. And,
And
Ohio's not
if
much
I recall
better.
correctly, sodomy is still illegal in Ohio.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
You'd be surprised how many states.
There's some weird laws in Ohio. Like, it is against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license.
Without a license.
In Bay Village, it is illegal to
Let's
walk.
just do a weird law, U.S. weird state law stream,
Yeah,
because God, we could fill an entire
Yeah.
fucking session with
Or-
nothing but.
Now,
It's illegal to walk a cow down Lake Road in Bay Village. And in Cleveland, it's
Oh.
illegal to catch mice without a hunting license. I mean,
you know what I think is really interesting is how many people are finding out that in the UK there's no such thing as freedom of speech. A lot of people are just now realizing that that's a thing because of all the protesters.
Yeah,
And I think it's
yeah, in Columbus, it's illegal to for stores to sell cornflakes on Sunday.
it's a controlled substance.
In North Canton, it's illegal to roller skate without notifying the police.
So you have to call up the police
Yeah.
whenever you want to.
It is.
Yeah, let them know you're gonna go roller skating.
Yeah, in Fairview Park, it's illegal to honk your horn excessively.
Again, though, what's the definition of excessive? Who
Right, I
gets
need
to
you
define
to-
it?
Yeah.
Have you been to Brooklyn?
Technically, here's one of the fun things I've learned from having a partner in law school. Most of your laws have what's called a reasonable person standard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally just how would a reasonable person
Uh-huh.
deal with this / understand this.
Mhm.
And when I learned of that concept, I was just absolutely mind blown because I was like, wait, they don't define any of this? And she was like, well, it's too, like, the examples are too broad to have like one example. And I was like, but then it's just literally up to a judge to interpret.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, but that's their job to interpret. And I'm like, yeah, but not like the entire text of the law, just
But then one can decide, today I am feeling unreasonable.
Reasonable, yeah,
Therefore,
like-
Right.
none of this applies to me.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
here's another weird one. In Toledo, it's illegal to throw a snake at anybody.
That's a good law.
Lost
That's a
the
good
Tony.
law. That's animal endangerment. Wait, hold on.
Just shit the bed.
Oh, or in Canton, electric fences are banned.
In where?
In Canton.
Okay. Okay, I mean, for all electric fences, I wonder?
Yeah. And in Canton
Is
also.
Brandon's camera on?
Wow.
Yeah. No, Brandon's is not on tonight. He said he's dealing
No.
with some nausea, so he's not gonna do it.
Yeah. I'm not feeling great. I'm not gonna lie. So if I have to dip out for a bit, I was doing
yeah.
this so the cameras don't shift around.
It's a
Oh, I
misdemeanor
got you.
to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission in Canton as well.
There's a city in Idaho that has a law that made it illegal not to smile in public.
Uh-oh. I'm
That's
okay.
creepy,
I don't know
though.
about y'all, but I'm okay.
Arrest me now.
I'm sorry that you're not doing okay, Brandon. My therapist says the same thing, but she's pregnant. But she was like, if I go away, you know why. I'm like, you got it, girl.
In Lima.
Brandon just doesn't want to see this comical, like, cheeks filling up with puke as he runs to the bathroom.
In Lima, any map that does not have Lima clearly stated on the map cannot be sold.
Where's Lima?
Oh God, where
Is that in Ohio?
That's in Ohio.
Mhm.
There's 3 of them in Ohio, actually.
There's
There's
Fred
a-
Lima's in Ohio?
Yeah, there's one on the west side of the state that's like halfway between Toledo and Dayton, and
Yeah.
then there's one outside of Youngstown that they just recently renamed North Lima,
Yes.
but it's actually south of all the other Limas in Ohio, so that makes sense. And then the other Lima was somewhere between like Sandusky and Cleveland, but they changed its name to like New Euclid or something.
I was gonna say I
Wow.
knew of the one between Sandusky and Cleveland just because I went to college in Toledo and lived
And-
east of Cleveland, so yeah.
The final 2 I'll give you here is in Youngstown, and let's see if this is actually an issue. Writing on the roof of a taxi cab is not allowed. I don't
There's
know-
also one. There's a law in Youngstown that it's really specific. It's about running out of gas.
You can't do it? Not allowed?
But like it is that, but it's more specific than that if I remember correctly. Because we were always like, wait, what?
Yeah, you can't run out of gas on a bridge in Youngstown.
And then finally, in McDonald, your duck may not
Or no.
parade down Ohio Avenue.
Keep your ducks to yourself. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, it's
I don't know, I
just
like a nice mallard head.
Mm. Head?
Yeah, they're
Just
pretty,
the head?
pretty. Yeah, they're pretty green.
I remember what
The
made
rest
it
of the body
weird,
doesn't
Tony.
matter. It doesn't have to be a
What is
head.
it?
It's the wording of the law. It says that it's a misdemeanor to run out of gas on the road. As if you were ever going to run out of gas.
Well, yeah, but
Not
do
on
they
the road.
define the shoulder? Like maybe they're just saying like if you're gonna run out of gas, like pull your ass to the shoulder.
No, it's not. That's what's weird about it, is that it's not just the shoulder. It's just the road.
People are weird. Anyways, let's get playing, shall we? We've done our
Mm.
tangent.
No, keep going. I gotta get some more mead.
Or bi-weekly tangent.
Yeah.
It's important to have a tangent. It's okay. So,
Holy shit! I have never seen somebody pad an article so much. No, seriously, I'm not trying to continue the tangent, so I'll just put it in the chat. But I need you to just scroll through this and see a ridiculously only slightly related things that are packed into this fucking article.
Isn't there a Springfield in every state? Isn't that like a thing?
I don't know if
it's
there's
every
one in
state.
every state, but there are so many in the United States that yes, that's exactly why Matt Groening made The Simpsons town Springfield, because he didn't want anyone to
Say it was their Springfield.
yeah, or like he just basically didn't want them to be like, oh, that's in blah, like that's in New York, that's in
Idaho.
he wanted like his own completely fictional place that wasn't completely fictional.
I mean,
So
they have a
sweet.
desert, an ocean, a Grand Canyon, and
Yes.
everything within an hour of the town. So,
Yeah.
But when they do the little, because we've been rewatching the series just like in the mornings when we're on the weekends, and we just hit the episode where they do the zoom out thing, where they zoom out from them on the couch, like all the way to the universe, and then it ends up back in Homer's head or whatever. And it's definitely Midwest is like where they zoom out from is like Minnesota, Wisconsin area.
Yeah, I always thought it was maybe near like Chicago or something, but I couldn't remember exactly where it was. I remembered the zoom out.
It's got to be on a lake, right? Because of the nuclear.
Nuclear power.
Let's see. They actually have the thing on YouTube.
But all right, Aaron, come on, let's do
Come on,
the thing.
Aaron, what are you doing? Why are you
this is
messing
all
around
my
here?
It's
We're
literally
supposed
all
to
my
be
fault.
serious. This is serious game playing time. Not happy, joy, fun, silly time.
They're like near the UP. Here, I'll post this link.
So, anyways,
Near the UP. I don't know what that means.
Michigan Upper Peninsula.
Okay.
we need to thank Roll20, D&D Beyond.
Thank you, Roll20. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Yeah. And
Fuck you,
Kevin
Roll20.
McLeod
Fuck
and
you, D&D Beyond.
Brandon, we're gonna lose our sponsorship.
No, we're not. What sponsorship? You know, any other music come around, we play. But anyways, why don't we
Also,
go...
we thanked them first. Not like I just said fuck you. We thanked them for the product, and then I just said fuck you for fun.
But shouldn't you fuck people and then say thank you? Isn't that the
Well, we
order?
can be polite about it.
You know, that's a good point.
Thank you. I'm good at points. All right, Aaron. And they're map people, right? And the music people.
Yep. I've done all that. It's okay.
Oh, you did?
He got old Kevin McLeod in there.
Old Kevin McLeod.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin McLeod.
His music's actually quite good. He has a lot of it. He has a huge...
Yeah,
He's
he's got a shit
wonderful.
ton.
Reagan, why don't you give us a little...
I got popcorn stuck in my teeth.
Great, that's a great update. Great update.
I might still actually have the OneNote open. Maybe I can play
Ow!
Secretary this then.
This
I just did my nails. They're like a really pretty, like opally, purpley sparkle. Actually, they look gray. They look like my jumpsuit. It's better than that. You can't tell, but it's really good.
Just blame the webcam. It's okay.
I do.
Its color accuracy is not great.
What the fuck?
Oh, actually, and that's an issue with snakes too, because the lavender hognoses, you can't ever really tell what color they are, right, on camera. It just doesn't come out as good, which is kind of the same situation. This is like a nice little lavendery. Why? Why can't it happen? I don't know. Oh my god, I've lost. Look at me.
And Brandon, you're up.
Hold on, I didn't still have it up, but don't worry.
I
I'm
fixed
signing
it.
I'm signing in.
Why do I feel like it was like just some weird like
What happened?
newscasting moment that just went awry?
Who did? Who?
It's
Ryan?
like- it's
Who's
like-
Ryan?
It's like a whose line is it anyways of their newscaster parody.
Oh.
Campaign 2. Wait, did we make a whole new fucking OneNote for Campaign 2 that I
Yes.
just like never got invited to?
Yes.
God damn it.
No.
Wait,
no.
you-
Everyone was invited.
Yeah, we made notes when Reagan was gone. You and I both like
What
did
the
that.
fuck?
A bunch of
Why do
weenies.
I not-
Okay,
It's
episode
no longer
2,
listed in
32.
my OneNote.
He actually took
32.
notes like 2 months ago.
32. Episode title, anybody remember? It was Arcane Butt Stuff.
Arcane butt stuff. Okay. Okay, now I need to figure out why this is no longer linked to my OneNote.
We started in a very cold and wooded area. There was snow on the ground. There was only one sun on this godforsaken rock, and it was very far away, so everything was very cold. Really, the big thing was that we had a big little battle with a bunch of rude giant people, and it was very snowy and difficult to see. But we were able to defeat them pretty well. The doctor was able to put up his tiny hut, but Basil, I think it was you, right, who stuck out doing first watch and seeing that there are these just giant creatures all kind of around, just kind of wandering around, sometimes scuffling together, these undead giants, and yeah, a little wild.
Every day they scuffling?
Every
It's
day
true.
scuffling.
We saw in the darkness that the planet that we're on is, or are we on a moon or a planet?
We're on a planet.
We're on a planet. Is surrounded by a ring of debris,
Mhm.
thinking that something must have hit the planet and knocked it out of orbit. And so, it's an unpleasant place. But we can see in the darkness the tower, right? The big tower that we saw in the distance with lights. So there's clearly still some kind of civilization happening, but we're assuming just fully undead is the situation. So we survived our battle. Have we long rested?
That was probably
have-
intent.
We did long rest at the end in the tiny hut, and so now I guess I would assume we're starting our day, or are we still at nighttime?
That's up to you guys. If you need to roleplay anything in the evening as you guys are talking, or if you guys want to move forward. This is where I leave it up to you guys. I mean, this is not just my story,
Also, I just want to confirm that it definitely. I told you guys, or I informed the group that it is all undead. Like the planet we're on is literally. Like Aaron gave it to us, but it was through my character, and it was that
yeah.
it got knocked out of orbit.
Advanced technology, but that was part of their downfall, and it cost them their civilization. And the people that have stayed, they chose to become undead in order to survive in this place. Yeah. The storm.
Basically.
Oh, huge storms. That was the other thing, right?
Yeah.
It's what you would expect from a huge apocalyptic catastrophe.
They've disrupted the environment so much to the point that either.
That's actually what I can't remember, Aaron. Is it? Do they still have an atmosphere?
Yeah, they
can breathe and everything.
Yeah, there's still an atmosphere, but it's just not livable in the sense that it's either it's just too cold. And
then I would imagine thin and cold. I'm imagining like high up in the mountains, like.
And you also, if I remember correctly, it doesn't get much sunlight. Like it was the vegetation.
Yeah, the vegetation
and stuff.
is no longer there as it used to be. Now, just
everything is dead. All of the woods, the trees, everything's dead.
And where you're at right now, as far as you can tell, that's really the case. Now, could there be vegetation maybe at like the equators? Possibly. Could there still be something that's warmer because of the equator? It's possible, but pretty slim.
So we need to go on vacation.
I mean, that's just the general idea I know about, planetary things. If the hottest places would be at the equator,
Yeah. And from what you said, it's not that they were like it's not like some giant catastrophic eruption that like cracked the planet or anything. It's that they were kind of like slightly shifted out of their habitable zone.
Yeah, and it was enough to completely screw them up.
Screw up the biosphere.
Right. Where they had to make some hard decisions. So.
And by hard decisions, you mean let's all become liches, bitches.
And the sad thing is that over time, that the lichdom has the idea of how to become a lich like that it's not an easy feat. It used to be, but now it is no longer the case. You know, like they had some sort of form of science and magics or both to create their lichdom in mass. Or a certain
when the planet first had the catastrophe. Right. So do we have any idea, so is that kind of the explanation for why there are other types of undead, is that it was kind of only was it only like certain groups that had access to being a lich, or like
you know the ones that you can,
not that it really matters, I'm curious.
Yeah, so no,
I kind of thought a lot of people left. I kind of thought that like a lot of people would have just left the planet and gone someplace else, and so that whoever was displaced was.
So I forgot what you rolled. If you did roll, I forget what you rolled. It was something pretty high.
For my history roll, it
was something large.
It was 20 plus. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So what I can tell you, if you're gonna think of like outside the box here as a player, their race is, you thought humans were rare. If there are anyone that's alive, man, is it stupid rare. Any of the race that is alive of their race, they are the equivalent of the changeling race. They're gone. And what's left of them is the undead changelings, if that makes any sense. The race of the changelings is what's left of them is the undead. Oh no, it got pretty quiet.
I don't feel like, as far as the night, I don't have any plans. I feel like as much rest as we can get to prevent exhaustion is necessary, because I feel like as soon as it's light, we'd want to start out to try to proceed, as long as it's not storming.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if anybody else had fun plans.
Right. So everyone should be at level 12 at this point. If you're not, let me know. But you should be at level 12. Yep. And you guys start heading back out into the wilderness.
Into the woods.
Into the woods.
I think it's actually playing here in Denver right now.
We just had our first previews for 6 in Houston. It's pretty exciting. Oh no, I did something crazy. What happened?
My dad's going to be part of a murder mystery dinner.
Oh, I love that.
So for the whole month of October, he's busy every weekend.
Oh, that's so fun.
So he's going to be busy with that. So, you guys start heading out, and it is a slog.
And is it daylight? Is there light out now at this point as we're heading out?
There is daylight, but everything is in a haze.
Okay.
You know, it's just you know what I mean by a winter's day that is always kind of just darker, a darker day that's just got cloud cover, and it's just meh. It's not a pretty not a pretty winter day where like the sun is out and like sparkling the ground, you know, blinding you.
Okay.
You continue forward for a little bit. I need you all, over several hours here, I need you to all make Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy. Actually, first let me check if I actually did my long rest. I did not.
I believe it is Constitution. Oh no. Holy shit.
Hold on. I'm gonna check and see if I have anything to help me with this. I don't want to get fucked up right in the moment. Fuck.
Hold on. Wait, Capella? Okay.
Have you ever noticed this phenomenon?
Actually, how many people do we have? 6? Who hasn't rolled? Tony?
Yes.
You need to
Okay.
make a con save? Did you make a Constitution? There you go.
Great.
I did
All
it.
right, Capella.
I see it.
Give me a second here. Actually, no. No, I can only do this twice a day, twice per long rest, so we're gonna wait until,
Okay. So
it's a little more dire.
everyone passed except for Capella, which makes sense. I mean, considering you're not used to this extreme weather like this.
Mm-hmm.
You take a level of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on all ability checks at this point.
Okay.
The only way you can get rid of this exhaustion is by taking another long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like we're gonna be doing more of these, and I would rather save you from another level of exhaustion than just the first one that doesn't hurt that bad.
We long rested after the last fight, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah, start a session, we long rested. Or I should say end of session, I mean.
Yep.
Long rested.
So you guys continue to trudge forward, and it's just bitter cold, man. It just miserable. And I will need another couple hours past, and I'll need you guys to make one more. One more con save. Oh no.
Is it just high-low, or is it? Are we trying to?
Oh, well, shoot. Tried to use some luck, but that didn't work.
Does Capella make it?
No.
Okay.
14? 14 doesn't make it?
No.
Well, guess what, Capella? You get to re-roll that.
Okay, she
Thank
makes that.
you.
You're welcome.
Anyone that made a 15 or higher has made the save. Anybody lower than that has taken a level of exhaustion.
So that's Trevlo and Basil both fail.
You can mark it
Yeah.
on your D&D Beyond, by the way. And I think it does effects
What?
automatically, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where? How?
Under conditions on the top right, you just click on that. You can do this with any condition, like...
Yeah, blinded,
general.
charmed, all
Yeah.
that.
I never do it for the other ones because they're pretty simple, but I think it automatically like affects all your rolls for you. We probably should be using that more.
Oh my gosh, we totally should.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it
what is-
has like invisibility.
Okay,
I didn't
exhaustion.
know that invisibility. That
Yeah.
we should.
Wow. How cool.
Oh yeah, because that automatically does the disadvantage and advantage on the...
Yep.
Oh yeah, we really should be using this more.
Chrissy, look at this.
That's the bad thing is I knew about it, but I didn't know that it,
Nice.
they had added a bunch of stuff. This is the last
Yeah,
time
I think
seen
it used to be like exhaustion was the main thing in there, and now it's there's a lot more. And it gives you the descriptions of all those, so you don't have to go looking them up every
Yeah,
time
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Yeah, I did not. I had no idea. Huh.
Yeah, so Trevlo, Basil, and I are all level 1 exhaustion.
Yep.
Level 1, condition 1. That sounds exhausting.
It's the level 1 exhaustion is not that bad considering it only is ability check score.
Yeah.
Ability checks. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
It's 3 when things really
Yeah,
Yeah.
really start to suck
three's bad.
because it's also cumulative.
Mm-hmm. 2 still sucks, but 3 is
Yeah,
bad.
two sucks because it almost always increases the number of checks that you have to do, and hence the chance of you hitting level 3. Because your party speed drops.
Now I'm seeing all these.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm seeing everyone. Robert's going on like. You have no active conditions now.
It doesn't. Long rest only gets rid of 1 level, anyways, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah. So this could be a bad rule.
But I mean, like even two levels of exhaustion, your speed is halved. That sucks.
Yeah.
And then 3 is real back to your disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On top of your disadvantage on ability checks,
Yeah.
which combined sucks so much dick.
Yeah.
Then they need to put in an Inigo Montoya trait or feat.
Hit points maximum is halved after level 4. 5 is speed is reduced to 0. You cannot move.
0. Yeah, you can't move.
And
Yeah.
You won't
6
believe what number 6 is.
Death.
Oh, sorry.
Death.
Dan. You Dan.
So, who is taking the lead here? I would assume it was you, Harlan.
Yeah, I'll still say a few steps ahead.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check. Is that? Don't you have disadvantage on that?
That's the lowest I can possibly roll, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
I
The
literally
lowest you-
can't roll below a 20 because of that rogue ability.
Oh yeah, it actually did it.
Yeah, no,
That's
it does.
Insane. A 10 plus 10.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So I did normal roll when I hit the roll, but it automatically did the disadvantage thing because of the exhaustion
Yeah,
being marked
that's
on the character sheet. Yeah,
Your character's ridiculous, Chris.
rogues are ridiculous.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say,
no,
that's
they're
just,
great.
That's just rogues.
They're
I was gonna
fantastic.
say, That's
20.
not that Chris isn't good at building his character, but that is
Yeah,
that is
rogues
that
are
part
silly.
is just rogues.
I almost want to be like Tony with his barbarian and just start playing a rogue every campaign. It's
Yeah.
fun. I do miss magic, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, as you're looking around, you hear some movement ahead of you. In a bush just a short distance away.
So typical military thing when walking, like basically stop, take a knee instantly. As soon as you see something out of place, weird, like, so I stopped, take a knee, and motioned to everybody behind me. Can I see anything, like if I'm really focusing on the bush, just kind of like, I don't want to move towards it yet, but just like looking at the direction of the sound.
You don't see anything, and then for a moment you see a little bit of movement in the bush again.
Can you describe the bush?
You want me to describe the bush?
Is there anything that looks strange about the bush at all, or is it just like a nice full bush?
Right, like is it trimmed or?
I hate you guys.
I mean, I don't think it'd be that full. Everything else around here is
I mean,
kind of
yeah,
dead, so
I
I
would
feel
think
it would be
Most- yeah,
sparse
right,
with the
right,
bush.
right,
It would be-
right.
it would
It's
be
like
pretty
patchy.
sparse.
Yeah.
Kind of like tumbleweedy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like a little cactus.
Hmm. Oh, prickly bush. Ouch.
Ooh.
Well, you never know. It could be like a Kelvin cycle plant. Like maybe it still has some foliage because it doesn't
Yeah.
rely on sunlight for its
So
chemical processes.
as-
Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
I wouldn't think bushes rely on sunlight too much, yeah.
I mean, we're still in the wood, right? So
yeah,
it's mostly hidden.
It's mostly hidden like this area, but
Mhm.
as you keep looking, you suddenly see what looks like a naked man is crawling out.
Jumping out of the bush!
Yes, jumping
Oh
out of
dear.
the bush.
Oh
right.
no.
Make
That's
sure that's
not
in the notes.
appropriate.
Make sure that's in the notes. Naked man pulls out a bush as we approach.
How far is he from where we just stopped at?
Enough that he sees you and he is like, he's looking at you like wide-eyed, like scared, and his arm is reaching out to you as he collapses on the ground.
Oh, human man?
You're not
I
sure.
throw him a pair of underwear.
He's naked, so we got a situation. No one in their right mind would be naked out here right now.
I'm gonna throw him a bush.
Whatever, it's some brushel. Whatever is there, he was in it.
Went into the bush.
And how far ahead is he?
Within 50 feet of Chris.
Okay. I think I would call out and say, "Man, are you all right?"
Naked man.
You hear no response.
He's still collapsed on the ground.
I'm gonna approach him.
Yeah.
Same.
I would too.
All right, you go to approach him, and you see this. You see this human-looking like man. You're not exactly sure what race he is, but he is
Humanoid, so to speak.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is breathing, but he's very fair-skinned, almost white, almost translucent white, and he is breathing. He just looks exhausted. He looks scraped up. He does not look well.
Can we give him some water? And does anybody have a way to make like little tiny bit of fire to heat it up for him so he has like a tea or something to drink?
Well,
Something to...
there's a lot of things you guys could do. It's up to you.
Fireball!
No, that's not helpful.
I am going to. I have an extra set of traveler's clothes, so which is probably not good for me. You're really not supposed to give away your extra set of traveler's clothes, but you know, we're doing it. Does he look similar enough to me in height and build to wear my clothes?
You're a little tall, but
Yeah, I figured I'm probably.
beggars can't be choosers. He has no
Yeah.
clothing, out in the middle of the cold.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him my my spare traveler's clothes, and obviously right now with him being unconscious, I'm just gonna wrap like the extra cloak around him or whatever as best I can.
Okay. Yeah, he's still not. You hear him like kind of come to as he's feeling the warmth of you guys around him. You know, like you're
Yeah.
wrapping him. Like there's still some warmth there, and you kind of open his eyes a little bit, but pass back out again. You can tell by now it also is getting dark, so it might be a good idea that guys might want to stop.
So we've gone a whole day
Oh,
walking.
Yes.
How have we made very much progress?
You're not sure.
Let's say yeah, it's hard to tell. Aaron, I'm gonna send up my familiar and have him try to spot like an overhang or something where we can place the where we can kind of limit access to our what the fuck, tiny hut.
Okay.
Now do I remember how to do a fucking perception roll with my familiar extras? Ow.
So then, do we think it's okay to set a little fire here since we're expecting to camp away from here potentially, just to like?
I mean, you could do the
Get
tiny
something
hut
warm.
would do suffice without needing fire.
Yeah, a tiny hut doesn't need to be heated.
Okay.
Yeah.
An 8 perception. Wow, that didn't do well. did it?
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
He's even got advantage and still
Yikes.
fucking sucked.
You
When
find
you
some
roll
decent.
a 5 and a 2.
Yeah, you find a decent place out in the distance that doesn't seem like it seems out of the way, away from paths or anything like that. That you'd feel you'd be safe.
Okay. Alright, we'll bunker down with the old tiny hut for a bit.
Okay.
I was though thinking like maybe we start like a fire and try to see if we can revive this person without inviting him into the tiny hut quite yet.
Fair. We can do that.
That was my
Um,
plan.
Opal, you can't really do a perception check because that was with his creature, his owl. That would have been much better. and even he did poorly. So,
Is there any low-cost healing you can do, Opal, to help this man? Is it a man?
as far as you can tell,
Okay.
I mean, he's naked. I feel like we could tell pretty well.
Hey, let's not make assumptions.
True.
they
I have a healer's kit, but I don't think that's going to help if he's dying from exhaustion.
they could be
No.
non-binary. We're not sure about his.
Yeah, we don't know.
preferences.
We don't know how they identify.
You don't know you don't know their preferences.
I think with the clothes, and I can set up a fire, like trying to give them enough warmth to feel like we are trustworthy and that we are helping them, but like not fully trusting them because we don't.
I cast firebolt at a stick.
Okay, well that's not necessarily
we have a
but
Tinder
fabulous.
box. Like,
Yeah, that's really how
Whatever.
you're doing
it
a good job.
literally
You're doing
costs me
good.
nothing.
You're fine. You're doing a good
means,
job.
It means nothing to me.
It's a little bit
Can't do it.
extra, but that's okay. That's fine.
The stick the stick is obliterated. You have no more stick left to burn.
Okay.
It's like-
That was a really good effort, and we appreciate your contribution.
thought
I'm
we'd
gonna.
just, thought we'd skip a step.
I think the
Uh,
soldiers are gonna start a real fire now, and that's gonna be okay. This honestly, this is
you-
straight up like a Knight's Tale.
Words real fire to a wizard.
I like that you use soldier to the military officer, though, because I find that an appropriate insult. Real soldiers.
Yeah, that is. I didn't even think of that part. Look at me forgetting my roleplay. You
Oh, were
literally.
you in the? Are you a little army guy too?
Yeah,
I was literally Chris's superior officer. We were in a unit together.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I totally missed that.
Got a lot of military on this.
Yeah, we accidentally went ex-military, and I guess technically royalty is also military in your society. So four ex-soldiers.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Wait, who else? You people, and then who else?
There.
Robert was also in the military. Robert,
Oh!
like me, was also an officer in the military.
yeah, well,
I was a soldier. All of our people are conscripted.
so I
It's
mean,
like an Israel type of thing.
right. So
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
the only reason Robert is even has any soldier background or anything like that is because he felt a need to help people and became part of the military because he didn't know who he was until recently, and finding out he was a sheriff of his town, basically the equivalent of a sheriff. So he was police force. So I just thought it was funny that it all worked out that way, and I was like, I had plans.
Also to be fair, while my character was a military officer, he was like the equivalence of an intelligence. Like I was like the CIA guy who came in and told Chris's unit what I wanted them to get, not like I wasn't like going out on missions with
Yeah,
Chris's unit most of the time.
You were the Neil Patrick Harris character in Starship Troopers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was like
afraid.
if I went out with them, it was to secure a piece of technology I was looking for, and they were protecting my ass the entire time.
So, you start
How
to
fun.
warm him up. You start to give him food. And you start to talk to him a little. He's sitting there with what looks
Does
like
he have anything? Is he just
nothing.
naked and afraid in the woods?
Yes, naked and afraid
Okay.
in the woods. There is nothing on his person.
How's he looking?
He's starting to warm up a little bit. He's starting to look a little bit more lively. It is strange, though, because what you know is that how is this man alive? Literally, he's alive on this planet.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a,
he's
he's a
alive.
living person.
He's a live man.
He's a living person. As you start to talk to him, as you are like holding him, you notice his pulse is super slow, though. Like abnormally slow, but it's there.
Do I notice anything else about him, like anatomy-wise, that I've never encountered before, or that like feels off?
Besides the skin color, which, like I said, is pale, almost
super pale.
translucent, in color, almost translucent. You can actually kind of, if you look long enough, you can actually see the vein structure in his.
Like the
skin.
vein structure, yeah.
The interesting thing is, as you look to him, and as he's colored, he kind of looks around for a moment, trying to regain some semblance of humanity. He sees Capella, turns his head a little bit, and then you see him suddenly turn to a wood elf.
Mm-hmm.
Skin changes, ears elongate, he suddenly morphs into a wood elf.
Do I have any record of his people now that I've seen this happen? Like, does it give me any impression of what I'm seeing?
Changelings, like I said, there is
like, would I even have stories? Like, obviously I would have
it's-
never seen
it's
one,
more-
but like,
yeah, it's legend more than anything else. It's myth.
yeah.
I wouldn't know that he's a changeling, right? I don't think I know of that.
Actually, you would.
Oh, I would.
You have different histories. You
Yeah.
retain you remember a race that's very much like this, and that what used to be around, and you don't know what happened to them. That could morph like that. Much like a shapeshifter, but with ease.
Right. And do I know then who this person's true self is? Like, I don't think that the wood elf is their true self, right?
No, you know that the form that he had originally was his true self. And you know that changelings don't usually like to be kept that way. They'd much rather keep a different form and be comfortable. There's a certain sense of, it's like a
Vulnerability to showing their actual
form, and they feel, it's like a safety blanket for them.
Yeah.
Now, how is he alive? It's beyond your inkling, especially in these lands.
Is he now just a naked wood elf?
Well, he's clothed now.
Now he's clothed and now he looks like a wood elf, but we know he's not a wood elf.
Yeah, but
Very stereotypically, do I trust changelings?
you're indifferent.
Okay.
It's not a general distrust or anything like that. You know that they're capable of doing some very distrustful things, but it's not who they are. You know what I mean? It all depends on the individual, just like human beings or elves themselves. It's who they are. It's built in them. It's, predator-prey reaction. A lot of times they're not thinking. He looked at you and suddenly morphed into a male elf.
Yeah, surely just out of instinct to protect himself. Seeing something familiar to make me more sympathetic.
Yeah, and I don't think he did it subconsciously. He just did it. Like his body just as a reaction. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And the only thing that didn't change is really his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The color changed, but there's still this. The one thing that you'll note is there is a fierce intensity to his eyes. Regardless of their eye color, it's just this fierce intensity. Like he is on a mission or something. You're not exactly sure.
Is he conscious? Can I say, what is your name? Tell us your name.
He looks to you and he goes, "My name is Orin."
Did you come from the city, Zoran?
He completely shakes his. He goes, "The Black Tower? No. No one dare walk to that Black Tower. Not right now." And
Why not?
There's been a huge turmoil in the last several months. A change of power. Their people left us alone out of respect, and now they try to slaughter us all.
Who is they?
The undead.
So where did you come from?
A village not too far from here.
Is it safe to go back there? Or are you fleeing?
There's nowhere to flee. They'll just kill me again. And kill me again. And kill me again. And you see a tear come down his face as he just gets eyes wide. And you see him kind of shake. If they keep doing it to us, we will be nothing left. My people were charged in bringing back bringing us back to the place in our universe. And what's her name? Yeah. And my queen of the Ravens has always allowed us to keep moving, to keep trying.
Okay, now that I know that he's a follower of the Raven Queen, I'm a little more comfortable.
On the space station, we were just with the disciples of the Raven Queen, right? She wasn't actually there.
No, she wasn't.
Right?
Just a disciple.
Do we know then how the Raven Queen is doing?
He doesn't know. He bestowed their gift upon them to return their people back to their former glory.
I think, yeah, okay.
So, as he continues to talk, he goes, "Back before our world shattered, we were we were a wonderful nation, a wonderful world. But our hubris got the best of us. We were running out of resources on our planet, and we thought, we've done it before, we can do it again, and we brought in this large rock out in the distance, using our technology of that day. And we lost control. Slammed into our planet. And doomed us forever. And me and my family, we decided there and then that we would devote our time to bring hope on our lands and find a solution to our problems. And our Raven Queen gave us the longevity to do so. Though it may be a curse now. We do die, but we always come back, one way or another. Sometimes a day later, sometimes hours. But every time it happens, a piece of us disappears. It's how I lost my wife. And it's how I've lost my young son. There was such hope for my son. He said he found a solution, went out into the wilderness. My poor Morgan. He never came back.
How old was this boy?
Oh. He looked young. But he was far beyond his years. Far beyond his years. And if you know from the first campaign that Morgan is the vampire boy that you saw years in the first campaign. He somehow found some sort of solution but never returned back. Somehow he ended up being on Terrestria. But never returned. Somehow he became a vampire and somehow he became twisted. As he proceeds to tell you this story, you begin to understand that
By the way, I take no credit for this as the Piper.
Yeah.
This is...
He,
I don't know what the fuck this kid did. This is
Yeah.
all him.
He doesn't know beyond what had happened. It is the Piper's fault, by the way, in my mind. The Piper took him.
Oh, I'm sure the reason why he was abducted is the Piper.
Yeah.
He disappeared out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and my character's job was to literally kidnap important people.
Yeah. And so you get the idea that him and his people, not just his family but his community, devoted their lives to the Raven Queen, and in turn the Raven Queen gave them the power of revenants and became revenants, all of them. Along the promise that their duty is to bring their people back, to somehow bring their society back to something good, something, because the way it is now is not working. But here's the thing: it's become a double-edged sword. The more times they die, they lose parts of themselves. He proceeds to tell a story of his community in the last 3 months. A man without a head on a horse with blazing fire has gone into their village and slaughtered them all. And every time they would try to return back to their village with all their belongings and all their food and everything they need for comfort, he would be ready there to kill them again and again and again.
And is that who he's running from right now?
He's not, well, yeah, partially. But at the same time, he doesn't know what to do. He can't, all his stuff and everything that he needs is in that,
Is in the village.
is in that small village. And he doesn't know what's left of his people. He doesn't know who is conscious, who's lost their minds, who's, you know, he only knows himself. Even
And they're being attacked by a headless horseman.
Yeah. A Dullahan.
I say a Dullahan.
Dullahan.
Yeah, that's where that's the origin of the headless horseman myth.
Y'all are making up
Yep.
words.
Dullahan. A Dullahan. Originally from Irish folklore.
Oh.
Except in Irish folklore, they have a spine whip.
Yeah.
And they only take the gingers.
Is
I
it
mean,
because gingers don't have souls?
I was about to say, I feel like taking only the gingers in Ireland would be difficult.
So a lot of gingers.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're talking about one of the only places in the world where we're a majority, not an extreme minority.
Yeah, it's either you're dark-haired Irish or you're
or you're red. Yeah.
Like my grandmother, who was dark-haired.
Yeah, my grandmother was Black Irish as well. My grandmother on my dad's side was Black Irish as well.
The dark as a raven's hair, except when she got older, it was all white,
Yeah.
all gray. So he's telling you this story, and there's a village that's probably not too far. But obviously, once it's done, every time they die, they come back with none of their, their items, none of their clothes. They come back naked. Which wasn't so bad if they had a community that supported them and they were there.
Well, yeah, because it's I imagine that the coming back naked is as much that they were treated like a dead body until they came back. I feel like maybe they wouldn't be naked and afraid in the wilderness if they still had a community.
So, you know that they've made some sort of special agreement with the Raven Queen to figure out a solution to bring back their people somehow, or do something.
Sorry.
How far away is your village from here?
He kind of looks at you and goes, I'm all turned around at this point. I don't know. It could be hours, it could be days. I have to get my bearings. Like I said, it's when you are resurrected with a revenant, you could be hours away, you can be days away from your town originally. It all depends. And
I thought that was only if like your body was destroyed, though.
Maybe his body was destroyed.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Who is near me of my party, I guess? Are we all just gathered around the fire chatting?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think I might want to pull, like, Basil aside. I don't know, some excuse about patrol or something, but, like, I feel like Travel has no active conditions. Good for him. I'd wanted to talk to Basil, like, what's your read on this guy? Should we need to rest, like, should we go ahead and go into the tiny hut, and should we bring him with us?
Oh, we haven't rested yet.
No.
No, not yet. Well, we did at the beginning, but not after the day's trouble. Yeah. I mean, if they're trying to get their planet back, they could be an asset, but this planet's also taking its toll on us, and any delay could make our job harder. What are we trying to do again?
So we're here on this planet
For
to try to kill the necromancer, in order to not pay our debt, but like we're following this act because this is what the Baba Yaga told us to do, so that she would help us get rid of the brain worms or the little brain slugs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like our fight will be harder if we exhaust ourselves doing other things before we get there. However, if there's enough of his people to help, that could be good. I think we need more information. I don't know. We could probably leave a fire for him outside. I'm not sure about putting him inside the hut.
What if he goes away?
I mean, then we just continue on doing what we were doing.
I don't feel like I trust him enough to leave him by himself at this point.
Well, he can't get into the hut once we're in there. I don't know.
Are we leaving him outside the hut?
I was gonna say we could leave him out there with a fire, you know, and we can go into the hut, but we could see outside. I know it's opaque, so I know people can't see in, but you can see out of the hut, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's transparent for the people inside.
And then opaque for the people outside, yeah.
Outside, yeah.
So, I mean, theoretically, we could keep watch from inside the hut. If he makes any fishy moves, then...
Well, and I'm also okay to, like, sit outside first and do, like, a first watch outside, since I don't need, like, a whole...
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to gauge him and see if this seems like it's going to be a help for us or not. I mean, if their end goal is the same as ours, using the locals to fight your fight is something the military's done for a long time.
Yes, military. I'm also... Me too. I'm not at all just a, decorative role as a princess.
Hey, you never know. You guys don't operate like the UK. I mean, their princes actually like flew the helicopters in combat and all that,
And yet he wasn't allowed to wear his uniform during one of the formal marches.
I'll just say I thought he was. I thought they caved on that finally and let him put on his.
I think it was at the formal ceremony, but not as part of the march because he's not a formal royal.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't cave. That was part of the...
Well, no, he originally was supposed to wear the morning suit the entire time. Like, he wasn't supposed to be able to put on his military uniform. But when they saw that they had allowed Prince Andrew, that they were caving for that event for Prince Andrew, the public went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" and lost their shit. And so they've caved on William as well. Or Henry, I mean.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. It's obscene. It's a disgrace. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So why don't we start scooting ourselves over to where that nice place was, and maybe I'll just try to kindly ask, what's his name?
Orin.
Hold on. Zoran.
Orin. O-R-I.
Orin.
Orin.
Okay. I'm okay. So I'll just stay out while people go in and have him just stay with me by the fire. Outside. Or, no. We don't want fire outside the tiny hut.
Oh my God.
Right? Because we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. The fire was supposed to be separate.
Yeah, so do you want to sit down with him and talk with him more? Or...
So I am definitely I'm gonna cut to the chase a bit. My character is definitely gonna have a problem with leaving this dude outside.
Okay. Oh no, I dropped my popsicle.
However, my character is also a deeply suspicious person. So, basically, this is a poll the audience. Feel out what the party's feeling moment. I'm either going to offer to cast detect thoughts on this guy to, you know, check his true intentions, and then he gets to spend the night in the tiny hut. Or the other option is that I will cast the tiny hut for you all, and because I am unaffected by exhaustion and didn't burn any spells except for the tiny hut, etc., I won't sleep. I will literally stay out there with him. Because you all have to do a long rest to recover. Pretty much everybody but Robert, I think, has to take a long rest to recover exhaustion.
Yeah, I think Robert.
I'm sorry, Robert and Tony.
Opal
Yeah.
are okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. I was just messing around with the thing.
Can I help persuade him to talk?
I mean, you've been talking to him.
We can literally just talk to him. Yeah, I was just like, this was just an out of character moment of like letting you guys know, like this is definitely like the two approaches the doctor's gonna take here.
He's been giving his kind of his life story to you guys.
Yeah,
like,
no, I believe him, but I also, as a not very trusting, skeptical person, I don't want to invite him into the tiny hut, but I do want to keep him close, and I would like to help him if we can.
Yeah.
Because I agree about a strategic advantage having local people, especially of this skill set, being able to support us.
So,
but I don't know if I fully trust him.
My qualm is just if his village is all of like 4 or 5 people left and they're all scattered because of this other threat and they're all over the place, how much time are we going to spend exhausting ourselves trying to get a couple people to help us? So that's the information I would be looking, is how many people are we actually securing by doing this?
Do you ask him that?
Yeah, we can ask him.
I mean...
No, I mean, that was just like part of our conversation when we were talking about this.
If you spend some time with him, Capella, he kind of turns his head to you, and then he starts speaking in Elvish.
Is this a thing that I know changelings can do? Can they all just speak?
No.
No.
He's known the language. He looks to you and he goes, "You've all been so kind, and your people kinder in the past. How far in the stars have your people gotten, little one?" And he means that out of a great respect. It's basically like the equivalent of like little star or little traveler.
I mean, in the grand scheme of time, not very far.
It's a shame. You're beautiful people. They would learn a lot.
They?
Your compatriots. The people of this universe. Us that are Fey touched will always have an advantage in some ways. I just wish your people weren't so stubborn. They'd be out in the stars as much as we were early on. Much sooner.
But it's dangerous out in the stars. We've protected ourselves by keeping to ourselves.
That's an argument that's been going on for centuries.
I mean, look at yourself now.
We've made mistakes. Yes.
Mm.
But there's no living without living.
I'm living. I mean, I want to see more, but we're alive. We are thriving.
Yes, but once you finish with your travels, you'll just go back, will you not?
Well, that's what's asked of me. That's my duty to my people.
I've always had great respect for your people, but it's just a shame, that's all. It's just a shame. And he
Why?
means it out of great reverence. This is out of, respect.
Mm-hmm.
He goes... basically the equivalent of, like, your people are missing out on a whole other civilization that you could have a say and a part of. And out of, he doesn't want to say fear. You guys refuse to live out.
I think it's certainly fear, right? It's fear of the unknown. That's why we're very cautiously sending scouts out.
Right. But you've been doing it for centuries, and it's become more of tradition, not of a decision that now it's time to start talking to people, and they should have been doing it centuries ago. And instead of the way it is now, where it's like it's a rite of passage.
It's really to reinforce, oh yes, our way of life is correct, and we shouldn't be doing
when
what all these other people are doing.
He gives you an idea that the changelings came out first because they were willing to make that change, and they were more willing to be open to people, other people of different races, and see the different planets, and create a new home. And your guys' refusal to come out, even though he doesn't blame you or your people, he mourns his people, but at the same time he's a little angry at your people too, because that they asked for help at one point.
We can do more. We can do a lot more, and we choose not to.
And you chose not to. And there's a point in time where he even says there was a point in his time that he blamed your people because they could have helped. They could have done something to help him and his planet. And
but he's gonna stay outside now for sure.
He's not hateful. There's no hate.
No. But he's staying outside though.
There is no hate. He says at one point he was, but no more. He's lived for centuries. Longer than he should have, due to his revenants.
Mm-hmm.
So he welcomes a friendly face, seeing someone of what he considered an equal.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that honesty always goes out further for your people than anything else. He doesn't lie.
I think no, and I believe him, but I also think that there's great shame that comes with that. That's a confusing feeling.
Oh, for you
And-
as
yeah,
as
yeah.
a Star Elf.
And Capella doesn't know what to do with it.
Mhm.
So she's going to default to, oh no, distrust. This is causing some kind of dissonance mentally, emotionally, so we're going to avoidance behavior and distrust again. Even though at some point she'll probably realize that he's correct. I don't think she's the change maker that he needs.
Oh, he's not expecting any change.
No.
He's not gotten it, 500 years ago. He's not going to get it today.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to that.
Oh.
So, he talks about that in Elvish. He tries to, win some sort of trust with you guys, talking to you. You can ask him how many of his people are there. He goes, in the past 3 months, there was at least 40, 50 people in his village. Some were undead that clamored to their side to assist them. Because not all undead are evil.
Yeah.
Some were a lot, like about 30 of them were revenants. But he fears that if he doesn't get the help he needs, he won't be able to stop what's coming. There was, like I said, a change of power recently in their in the hierarchical structure of the undead.
And you said it was over a few months?
Yes, the last couple months. A powerful lich is said to have taken over.
Your people have any way to protect us against the conditions on this planet? I just fear that if we help you, this planet's been a struggle for us, and we're not sure what our fighting condition will be like by the end game.
If he goes, if I can get my people, I can get our transportation portals running. There are rings, as you would call them, but they're more like, and as you know them, if you go back to the first campaign, it's those same transportation portals that were on the Terrestria planet. They can take you from different sections of cities and ports and.
And did your people build these portals?
With the help of yours. We were not as good at the magics as your kind was. It is amalgamation of both. Science and magics. You supplied us the education and the know-how. If you help
so
us,
then
we can
do I know if I would be any help in getting them working again?
It's been centuries since you.
Yeah.
It's old.
I don't feel like I would have any practical knowledge, but
No.
do I yeah.
But you understand them theoretically that these are portals that could take you to.
Wizard in the group.
Yeah, the wizard.
You have a literal techno wizard in the group.
Excuse me, I'm nauseous. Now I just see it as you as Norbert from Rocco's Modern Life. You got a wizard in the group. Gotta turn the page and wash your hands. Turn the page and wash your hands.
That's how he goes through his spell book every night. It's aggravating.
So then, is the doctor hearing this? Is this we're back in because this was Basil asking
if you're
this
in
is-
Elvish.
Yeah, this is a little back around the campfire.
We're
or
back in
wherever,
common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just introduced himself in Elvish speaking to get your attention, but beyond that, he started speaking in common again.
So then, Doctor is hearing about the
Yeah.
transportation portals.
Yeah.
Oh no,
He's
gonna get rock hard talking about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There are.
Talking about this.
Something that rips a hole in time and space using the powers of technology and magic combined. Yeah, he's gonna be practically turgid.
The lower parts of his armor just sound like a gong.
That's a little too much. It's more like a ting.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, puppers.
Hi, baby. This is my baby. He's 6 months old.
And he's huge.
He's little. He's a little boy. Yeah.
He's like, put me down. Please put me down.
He wants to be held. He's a big time lapdog. Okay. I mean,
These portals could be useful, and there could be some things that they could do to help you along the way, but he's not sure until he can get his people back together again. He goes, if you find a way to kill the dual hand, it could be possible to get their people back together again. The only thing, he's been sitting
So,
there in the village,
where-
just killing them all.
Where the dull hens just roam around?
The dual hand just sits in the village proper, waiting for them to try to get back into the village, and then just kills them.
There's only one of them?
There's one dual hand that they know of, yes. But he goes around because they come back naked and unable to really protect themselves. If they do come back, he just waits there, and he just kills them.
So Robert's gonna turn everybody's head. Well, if it's just a matter of killing something, I think we're pretty good at that.
yeah, I feel pretty good about that as well, honestly.
Yeah. You can understand how being a reverend, this would be like their own personal hell. You know, every time they die and they're trying to get back to civilization, and every time they reach civilization, they're killed again.
Yeah.
And like I said, a part of them is lost every time that happens. And that's why he's lost his son, his wife. It broke their minds.
What do we know about these things?
About what?
He's asking the group about the dual hens. Dull hens. Anything?
I don't know. Would I have any experience with that, Aaron, or would I have any knowledge of it?
It would have to be an Arcana check.
Oh well. Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Cool.
So I will give me with a 23. I want you can get 2 things from it. Ask me 2 things that you want to know about the dual hand.
Your favorite color.
What do we want to know about the dual hand?
How do we kill it?
Yeah, weak to anything? Or has there been any historical, like, good tactic?
Yeah, or weaknesses, resistances. How to kill it.
I was
Can
just
we
trying to think more in
kill it
terms
with
of
fire
historical
or-
knowledge. Yeah, is there
Yeah, right.
certain,
Like, is there something
tactics?
special you have to do to kill it? Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Something that would have been written about, not necessarily it is resistant to fire. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
that could have been written about, but yeah. So.
Well, that's why I'm giving you, like, you can get 2 forms of ask me 2 things about them. So that's why I want to know what you give me these exactly 2 things. I will tell you.
Are they?
No, Brandon has to ask. Brandon. We gave you all
Okay.
of our ideas.
So the first one is how do you destroy it?
Okay. Just like any other creature, you kill it. That's all you know is it can be killed.
Okay. What? I want to clarify this. What is its biggest threat? As in, not like what would most threaten it, but like what about it is most likely to kill me?
It is one of the things that could be really bad for him, is they have an effect on you that could just chill you to your bones, scare the living crap out of you.
Yeah, they have a. Do I know if it's a? I know I want to get two questions, but I'm just wondering if it's a. Because he would have some knowledge of the undead. Is it? If it looks at you, or just anything in its presence?
Within 30 feet of it.
Okay, so it has an aura, so to speak. So yeah, I relay that to the group that it has it's an extremely powerful form of undead that has a radius of terror, so to speak.
That, like the giants that we just fought.
Very similar.
Right?
Similar, yes.
Okay.
His was more of a gaze.
Yeah.
But this is a general presence, frightful presence.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're saying the giant was more of a gaze?
Yeah, the giant was more of a gaze. This is a
Okay.
frightful presence. So just
Okay.
being a short distance
Yeah.
from it will cause you to be fearful, possibly.
Yeah.
And the one thing you have to be sure is do not underestimate it. It has
Yeah.
more up its sleeves than you would think it does, being what it is.
Yeah, this is more a player question than the doctor himself. Do I have any idea of its origin? Like, do I know that it's like I know that it's undead, but do I know that it's a fey creature, or does the doctor know that it's a fey
actually
creature?
Is not considered a fey creature in D&D 5e.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It has no history of it talking about it being a fey creature.
Okay.
At least in its description. Dual hands are headless undead warriors, the remains of villains who let vengeance consume them. These decapitated hunters haunt the areas where they were slain, butchering innocents in search of their severed heads or to quench their thirst for revenge. Yes, good morning, Tony.
Holidays.
So yeah, dual hand can do. All I gotta say is don't underestimate it. It is a very powerful creature. On top of it, it usually has some sort of steed with it, and the way they're talking about it, it's this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that another thing that I would be kind of, just because I'm aware of what the creature is, I would be aware that it has a mount.
A mount, but the mount is independent.
Yeah.
And it is some other creature.
So yeah, I basically relay to you guys that it's an extremely powerful undead that is like a malevolent combination of two different undead. An undead mount and an undead rider. And I also convey to you that it has a fear effect.
Goes Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Do you guys have any other questions for him or any idea? So, what he's basically told you and what you can describe, his enemy is your enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we were to go and help you try to defeat him, do you have any weapon proficiency? Or how, like, what could you bring to this fight? Or do we need to make sure that we keep you safe?
He looks at you and smirks. He goes, I can keep my own.
Really? Because we just found you naked and afraid in the woods.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah, you're wearing some baggy clothes and you have no weapon and no armor.
Your pants are cuffed. You look like a little toddler.
Yeah, you're the top of the pants are all bunched up from the rope you used to tie up a belt. Yeah.
When's the flood coming?
You both hear the doctor just sigh, and he looks at you both and says, "Do you really think a fate-touched creature who has lived for centuries studying the arts of magic is powerless to help itself?"
Did I know it's a magical creature, not a melee creature?
He looks.
I was asking if he had a way to defend himself.
From a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you, smirks, and you suddenly see what looks like, with thought, he brings forth what looks like a large long sword come into fruition in his hands. Golden color, just forming out with a slight tinge of flame. And throughout the hilt is a black crusted, what looks like, if you look closely, the leather is shaped to be feather-like in texture. Black feathers. As then you see what looks like on each, like on the hilt of the sword is the decorative imagery of two ravens on each end sitting and perching on the corner of branches.
He just looks at the changeling and he says, "Ah, so you are literally in her service."
It's what I could give to my people. I'm no scientist, but I am a protector.
Alright, that feels better. That's okay.
I feel better about this.
I feel better about that now.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can't take a little picking on him, he's not with the right group of people.
Yeah, he's the equivalent of he is a warlock, of the chain variety. I believe it's called.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether he was a warlock or a cleric. I just knew from that blade. I was like, all right, I got
Hexblade.
Yeah, Hexblade.
I got some idea what's going on here.
Yeah. Hexblade Pact. So, you know he has some ability here. He's, you know, he can do what he can. He doesn't have great armor or anything on his person,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's at least clothed.
They
All right.
still have extra armor. I looked in my backpack and I have sold all my extras.
I think I have as well. We might be lucky. I might still have.
That's why I was asking those questions, because my character literally has no weapon, extra weapon, or armor to give. I have nothing besides what I use.
I could have given him my other palm pistol.
I have light armor. I've got leather light armor that he can have.
There you go. Somebody has something.
That'll be useful.
Couple extra AC.
Yeah, the light armor is good. Leather armor
Uh-huh.
is good. Especially since he's a warlock, he would have to use that.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's as good as it gets.
Yep, that's what he can have since I have my fancy stuff, but I still have my light armor, my leather light armor that he can have.
Oh, I get to try out my special axe. How fun!
Funsies. So, are you all gonna let him in the tiny hut, or am I camping outside?
I'm feeling better about him being in the tiny hut
Okay.
now.
I'm okay with the tiny hut.
Sneaking the tiny hut right now.
How many people are allowed in the tiny hut?
9.
Okay. All
Say
right.
it's
so
either
we're
8 or
okay.
9. Yeah.
I looked it up earlier because I was looking at like the opaqueness and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. Everyone's allowed in the tiny hut. And we don't technically need people to keep watch, right? Or should we still have somebody keep watch?
I mean, nothing can get through the tiny hut. No
Yeah.
spell, no object. It's just we've experienced this in other campaigns. You can wake up to a bunch of giants looking at you through the tiny hut or trying to figure out what it is. And then you're
Yeah,
surrounded and stuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't be attacked through the tiny hut, but you can be, we'll call it, besieged
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
the tiny hut.
Well, I think it could be dispelled, but
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
but the
yes.
odds, the odds of somebody walking up with the capability to dispel it,
Oh, just the one time, because we've seen the giants around here, we have run into that before where we wake up and there are
That's
giants
terrible.
looking at this and going, what's this
Yeah.
opaque ball on the ground?
Yeah.
Fuck is this
There's
black
probably no
thing
harm in
on the ground?
there's probably no harm in it, having a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have enough people that we can do it without
Yeah,
without
it's
it
not,
causing any problem.
yeah. I think on watch you can do 2 hours and still rest 6 and still be good. So
Yep.
full night's rest, yeah.
Well, and I can do 4, right? Because
Yeah.
I have to meditate for 4, so I'm okay to take first watch if we want me to.
Yeah, you can take a longer watch than the rest of us, yeah.
You can take the first and the last.
Yay me! All right. Well, then I think that's good. I think we should try to get some rest though, to try to alleviate some of our exhaustion before we set off, because we don't know how long
Oh yeah.
it's going to take to get to the village. But I think that's where that's where we're going to go, right? We're going to try to deal with this because they have some technology that might be able to help us in our main fight, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sounds like it.
Especially if they can teleport us there, then theoretically, if we
Yeah.
are exhausted, we can rest up for a day or 2 if needed, and then just get there right away.
Yeah.
Ideally, that would be good.
So do we take care of one level of do we take care of one level of exhaustion?
Yeah, if you're going to rest again, yes.
Yeah. So if you get more than 2 during a day, it just drops you
Yeah,
by
it
1
drops you
level.
by
Yeah.
1,
Yep. Yep. But it should do that automatically. If you're marking it in D&D Beyond, I think the long rest will get rid of
The
that.
long rest should just automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't-
Well, maybe we will get to try it out, but
Off.
we don't know.
Oh, there's a checkbox for it. Recover 1 level of exhaustion during this long
Oh,
rest.
word up.
Requires food and drink.
Time to wake up.
Just go off.
That's my
Not
alarm
working. He's
in the
asleep.
morning.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Nice.
shall we rest? Maybe? I can sit out and see what happens. Aaron?
Sure.
Nothing exciting is going to happen. It's going to be totally chill and fine, right?
Yeah. So at this point, I'm going to tell you guys, why don't we go ahead and take a 15-20 minute break, because I have to make a character here.
Yay! We get to keep him?
Do you like fully expect us to kill him or something? I know we have a history, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think, what you were gonna do, but
Guy jumps out of the bush. Fireball.
Like
That would be a fiery bush then. That's exciting. All right.
So we're going to take a quick break. We will be back.
Brandon, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
We're back.
Did you throw up?
Did you throw up? Did you throw up during
No.
break time?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay.
Alright.
You did not shout out the shoes then?
What'd you say?
You did not shout out the shoes then?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are you staying
However,
hydrated?
unfortunately, my migraine is starting to come back again. Or I shouldn't say come back, because it's been here the entire time, but it's getting worse again. So I should go take some Excedrin real quick. But luckily, I'm on a wireless headset, so I can just talk to you guys while I'm taking some Excedrin.
You can eat some almonds. Well,
Brandon's doing drugs.
I absolutely, I think anybody who's ever seen me on stream has guessed that that's happened in my life.
Specifically the hard stuff, right? The painkiller plus caffeine. Yikes.
Caught the kid down the hall freebasing Clarisil.
What? What?
It's a stupid quote from a movie.
Okay.
It's one of those older 50s movies.
Freebasing Clarisil. Oh god, I don't even know what to say to that. So, anywho, we're back. You're currently sitting in your tiny little huts, staying
hut.
warm,
Tiny hut.
and the morning comes around, and it is still this hazy, just shitty weather. Nothing's changed.
So does this mean though that we've long rested?
Yes.
Okay. Bleep bloop. All right.
Wasn't that a fucking John Cryer movie, Tony?
Yes. I think
Sorry,
it was.
I literally just had that like that in my brain. Just finally dredged that up. I was like, what the fuck is that from?
Hiding Out.
John Cryer from
Ducky
Two and a
from,
Half Men?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
During his Tina Icon years.
yeah. It was during his John Hughes movies years.
That actually it just reminded me of the YouTube video I was watching where they were going through Dragnet, and how it was a show that was before its time, and the comedy was no one could really understand. Like they understood the comedy of it, but it was too much comedy. It was too much like a film, so people couldn't pay attention. They had to pay attention to it to like the show.
Yeah.
That there was so much humor and so much little jokes here and there all throughout the whole, like one after another. You'll miss it and it didn't do well because people weren't paying attention to their television like that. It wasn't like a movie.
But yes, yes, Reagan. The if you ever saw Pretty in Pink, the character
Yeah.
Ducky is the same person as
Oh
the
yeah.
Two and a Half is him as an adult. That's the same actor.
You know, 16 Candles wasn't my favorite.
I cannot. The only one of those John Hughes era movies that I can rewatch is The Breakfast Club and that's only because I was so attached to it when I was younger. But pretty much all the rest of them now I watch it and I was like, this isn't as good as I remember it, or as funny as I remember it being.
Some of it's
Yeah.
pretty cringy, actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
pretty
Endless
cringe.
Fire as well.
Yeah.
So I was watching a thing on about everything everywhere all at once, and I didn't pay attention to the main one of the main actors, the male lead. It's his first major acting role he's ever done since he was a child.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he was Short Round, and
He was Short Round
and he was in Goonies, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in Goonies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and the pure reason was that he basically ended up hating acting after a while, and he just had no want or need to go back to film until he was asked to be in this film. I think he wanted like
he's friends with
Yeah, with the actor, with the directors.
The actress, the main character. What's her name?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle
Yeoh, thank you.
Yeoh.
She's friends with he's friends with Michelle Yeoh, like in real life, and she basically came to him and was like, "I want you to do this. This is your character.
And
I
it
know you don't
is.
really do this anymore, but I because he's also a martial artist."
Yeah.
In real life, and she was like, "This is perfect for you. I want you to do this," and he finally caved and was like, "Okay, I'll come
I
play."
just watched
What
this
movie is
really
this?
interesting. This was Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a new movie that just came out. It's incredible. It's fantastic.
You would really like it, Greg. I think you should.
Yeah,
watch it. You would
it's
like it.
super absurd and weird and funny and romantic, and so it's great.
Also, really,
One of the things that he was the guy I know was talking about was about like just the roles that Asian men had, and I just watched this PBS video that I posted in the main chat about the rise of the Asian himbo, which and I think is very interesting and something that I've certainly noticed. But like the evolution of Asian men in media has majorly shifted, certainly since the 80s, and I think that was one of I feel like I'd read it that like that was part of his issue was like he just didn't want to get stuck in these
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
roles.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is basically it's a martial artist's sci-fi wet dream. Is the best way I can put it. I mean, like
It's
is-
very.
No, it's not. It's a
okay.
mother-daughter family drama with a little bit of like martial arts thrown in.
Let's be real.
I'd side
it's a
more
lot.
with Reagan on this. No, I really would.
Oh no, I do, but I mean, I'm saying like the general premise at the beginning is a lot of action, you know, but it ends up being this mother-daughter movie.
It just has all the feels. It's everything.
And it's a queer love story as well. There's a lot of queer representation.
Yeah.
And also Everything Bagels
Yeah.
play a significant component.
No, please note, I'm not criticizing the movie. I love the movie. So my example is just one of many examples on that film because it's
It's kind of
so
everything
everywhere.
though, right?
Yeah,
like it's just
The movie is the title, really.
Yeah.
It is.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
The movie
true.
is really the title.
Still not a man.
There are many, many genres being mashed together in one pot in that film.
But the martial
You
arts
literally
alone
will go from like action to laughing to crying to like everything. Yeah.
in 10 minutes. In
Mhm.
10 minutes of the
Like-
film.
There's this point where my brother and I were watching the scene where we are just looking at each other with like tears, just weeping, and we're like, "What the fuck? This is amazing!"
they did the mash. It was the genre mash.
Mash.
Yeah. But it's still it's a fantastic movie that probably will not get the attention it deserves in the end.
It's done pretty well from
yeah.
what I've read.
So, anyways, let's get back to the game, shall we?
Yeah, D&D.
Hmm.
Did you make your character, Aaron?
Yes.
Side tangent number 2.
Yes, I did.
You should start fawning off part of the fawning off. You should start pawning off some of the character creation duties to Chris and I since we like doing it, and then just randomly throw them into the campaign so that we're like halfway through combat. We're like, damn it! Wait a sec.
Yeah, I don't need any details. Just be like, make me a monk, and I'll be like, okay.
Be like the most powerful monk we've ever faced. Shoot.
No, that would be the bad thing. Is that's Chris and I are both our natural tendency when Aaron doesn't
Is
rein us in
min-maxing?
is to min-max the shit out of it. So we would probably end up killing him.
I'd be
Be
like,
it.
yeah, that maybe that's a reason I should not do that.
Hey, character death adds a lot
Like,
to the
come
story.
on. I mean, I would just make the party face a Polearm Master Twilight Cleric level 1. Let's do it.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
That's my favorite broken character, by the way.
the pole arm.
'Cause it's
Polearm
absolutely-
Master what?
Polearm Master Twilight Cleric level 1 is a especially if you allow variant human for the you have to obviously go variant human for the first level feat, but it's broken as shit. There's the amount of damage. It's one of those characters that you kind of have to pull the player aside and be like, we need to let the rest of the party do some damage, okay? All right.
Can you just meditate for the next round?
This is not fun for anyone but you. All right.
Polearm cleric.
Well, yeah, because they can do a bonus action attack, and like a bunch of other shit that just makes it's stupid. It's very stupid. And the character falls off because it's a Twilight cleric, but for the first like 4 levels, it's ridiculously powerful.
So,
anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
No.
He comes out of the tiny hut. You see the man. And Orin, you see him still in his elf form. He seems relatively comfortable in that. You see,
L-O.
Well, yeah, obviously, because it's the best form one can be.
Yeah.
So.
You see him come out, and you see suddenly the clothes shift and change, design and color, to more of a form-fitting, whatever armory stuff you gave him. It changes its shape, its form, to fit him better, and it actually looks very decorative as a warlock of the Raven Queen. Very ornate, beautiful. It's more visual than it is anything else, though.
That's just for you to peruse later, Greg, as a DM. It's very funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I shouldn't say funny. It's entertaining because it's like, oh yeah, that is a problem.
And he comes out. Let me see what his. Give me a second.
It was funny when you were describing his armor as decorative. One of the campaigns that I'm watching right now, one of the characters described himself as like very attractive with like very non-functional muscles, like built it up just for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah,
and
just the beach muscles, the old beach muscles. Yeah. Actually, that's D&D's a perfect system for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, no, my strength rating's like an 11. I'm just big.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you if you don't build up your ligament and tendon strength and just like focus on like bodybuilding lifting, you build much less functional strength than somebody who's doing, like fucking CrossFit or like working a manual labor job.
I think it's like a rock climber. Like all of the muscle that they put on is very functional, but they're very lean.
But they're very lean, yeah.
So he takes a moment, he takes a breath. And then you see him take a stick in the snow and he starts etching out this very ornate circle. As he continues, you start to notice, you start gaining some interest in what he's doing. Dr. Kazim.
I was gonna say, I can only assume you're referring to the doctor.
As you look and you recognize some of the symbols, and it definitely looks like it is arcane in nature, and he is making a gate.
Making a what?
He's making an
gate?
Arcane gate.
Interesting.
This arcane gate, you assume, would take you guys where you need to
To
go.
his village.
To his
Yeah.
village. Maybe there's an actual physical gate at his village. And he finishes up, he looks to everyone, he goes, I can only do this once today. Whenever you're ready, we will go. Be
And
ready.
where are you expecting this to drop us?
This will take us to the gate that is at my home. Hopefully.
And is it inside the village? Are we expecting an immediate ambush, or is it outside of the village, or what should we be expecting?
It is in the village, in a hall of ours. It will be unknown whether it will be safe or not coming in. But it will be the fastest way and the safest way for us to get there. Because after he determines, like, he is still days away from his village from once he's able to look out and see where he is. Though the cold does not affect me or hurt me in any way, I know it affects you all.
The doctor from behind. I'm actually pretty chill.
Well, okay. I feel like I would then want to be prepared for, like, an immediate attack. Like...
Yeah, prepare how you guys want to prepare. You guys can prepare for the upcoming whatever is going to happen you feel is going to happen next. Woof.
I feel like I would want to go into Blade Song before we, like, right before we pass through the gate.
Do you, is Bladesong limited uses?
I have 4 times per long rest.
Oh yeah, that's makes sense. Okay.
Does anyone remember if protection from good and evil, if you upcast it, does it increase targets or does it upcast at all? I can't remember.
I don't think it does. I thought it was just
Whoever you touch.
Oh, it could. Oh, you mean targets like I don't know.
Yeah, let's look it up. It doesn't say in the spell description in 5e, so I'm not sure.
Perfection from evil and good.
Yeah.
It's only one willing creature.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. And when well, no, you know what? I should have asked that question when I had my 2 questions. Too bad. We're gonna just do a little protection from good and evil, and I'm gonna say undead and hope that I'm right about what type of creature it is.
For what it's worth, I hope you're right too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm a really good target to possess, but I'm a pretty good target to possess. I feel like the control lock caster is probably a pretty good possession.
So, anybody else doing anything else at this point? Preparing. Mr. Cleric, anything special you can give to the group?
I will bless the group.
Say we're gonna get a little bless action.
Oh,
Blessy
yeah.
bless.
We don't have access to
Hero's Feast.
yeah, that yet, right?
I don't think so yet.
When does that come? Doesn't that come at...
It's 6th level, so maybe that's like 13th level. that we would get that? I'm trying to
I thought
remember
it
when
was
you get
13th or
Oh
14th.
no, I have a 6th level spell slot at level 12. I can't use it, but I have it, so he may have access to it.
It's not on my spell list.
It can be on your spell list. Remember, every long rest you can change your spells.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, but
change
he'd also
However,
we need to have bought the bowl.
Yeah, we have to have the bowl.
Right,
That's
if
what I
he
was about to say
hasn't bought the bowl,
myself. Yeah. That is one of the few that is a literal spell component.
Yeah, you have to know that you have it, know that you want to use it, and prepare for it. You know.
Yeah.
And does it have to be a specific bowl, or can we like
Yeah,
make
so
a
it has
bowl?
to be like
It's a gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 GP or something like that.
Yep. That's right.
Who would want a crusty bowl?
If it's gem crusty,
I was gonna say I'll take it's a gold bowl encrusted in gems. I'll fucking take that bowl.
Yeah, Tony, you still have a cantrip to pick. You have an open cantrip to pick. 4 out of 5.
What?
Oh yeah, it goes up.
You get a cantrip at
I don't
certain
even know if
levels.
I did that. For my wizard.
Shit. Okay.
And then you know 17 prepared spells. And then you can do 17 prepared spells up to 6th level. Yeah, you get one 6th level spell slot. So, yeah, you could technically prepare Hero's Feast, but I don't think you have the gold.
We get with bless.
Well, that's the thing is we probably have the gold between all of us. It's that it takes
It's
an
the item.
actual
Yep,
item.
right.
Like it's not like other spells where you can exchange the gold equivalent for the item. If I remember correctly, it has to be that item.
right? Yeah, and you know, because it's such a powerful spell,
Yeah.
it's kind of their way of like
Yeah.
toning it down.
So what do you guys think? Sacred Flame, or Spare the Dying?
At your level, I would probably do Sacred Flame just because you have a lot of other stuff to Spare the Dying that does more than Spare the Dying, like gets the dying back up. Because Spare the Dying, if I remember correctly, all it does is it stabilizes them. They don't have to do death saving throws.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Which is very useful up until like, I don't know, level 8 or whatever. When you start getting the stuff, they can get them up on their feet.
I
Or
also
no,
think
they're
that's
not.
what a healer's kit does, anyways.
Yeah,
For a check, yeah.
yeah. You
It
just Spare the
stabilizes,
Dying.
but doesn't heal them.
Yeah, Spare the Dying is like a healing kit check from a distance, and there's no failure. It just happens.
Yeah, just remember, Tony, every time you take a long rest, you can change any of your spell list except for your cantrips.
Well, if you're proficient in the healer's kit, you don't need a check either. Which is good.
Oh yeah,
that's why I
right.
did that early on, so I could carry a
that's
healer's kit
right.
and not do.
I
attack.
always forget that.
Anyone can use a healer's kit, but yeah, if you're proficient in it, then you don't have to do the check. You just
Yeah.
instantly stabilize them.
Yeah, I always forget that. I always think that you have to be proficient to use it properly, and then there's still a roll, but it's not. It's anybody can use it.
It won't let me prepare Hero's Feast.
Well, you have to let go of a spell and then prepare it.
But you can't cast it anyway right now because you have to have a very specific item that we would have had to buy last time we were at like a town. So
Yeah.
The encrusted bowl.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like whatever resurrection or whatever that it doesn't just use it's not like the gold worth of the diamond. You have to have a diamond worth that much in gold. Like those more powerful spells, they have a item specific component.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the one benefit of being a cleric is that every long rest you can completely change your spell list. Tony.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's two.
no.
Spell list.
Maybe this is the trade-off. Maybe he can't do his spells because otherwise,
Discord shits the bed.
could be
Probably
It's an
doesn't-
interesting theory.
unlikely, but it's possible. We don't know.
Who's that shitting in my bedroom? Lord. Bum.
I swear I cannot wait to get you a computer so this shit doesn't happen anymore.
But then we won't get sung the song of his people. All right.
So,
All right.
anybody else doing anything before we move forward? I want to make sure you. I don't want to hear it when you get morphed in over here. That
Oh wait, I meant to
Yeah.
like that. That's what you don't want to hear.
yeah, that's what I don't want to hear.
Oh wait, I was planning on I had it the whole time. No.
The cow was blue.
So everyone you done been blessed. That's a plus a D4 to any attack or saving throw roll.
Wait, who's been blessed? How many of us?
All of y'all.
All, including Orin?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Rolls, not spells, right?
Oh, hey, I think we can put that under the active conditions. Can we?
Oh, can we?
No.
Heck.
Damn it.
Too bad. That would be useful.
Yeah, that's a pretty common one. I thought that might be in there. All right, what does bless do again? I always fucking forget.
D4. D4 for attack rolls and saves.
Ah, right.
Actually, you know what he's gonna do? He actually is going to remove his armor.
What? I gave that to him.
He's got mage armor.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, mage armor is slightly better.
He's got mage armor at will.
Fine, I'll put it back in my backpack.
So that can. So it's 13 plus his dex mod. And his dex mod is +1, so it's 14 instead of it would have been 12 if he had your armor. What is it? It's 13 plus dex. 13, so it's actually 14. Oh, there's actually a spot in the armor class for customize. It says override base armor plus dex.
What do you guys get into that stuff?
I think it's. Sorry, I'm fixing my fucking spells. But let me finish what I'm doing before I do this.
Yeah, so you can add like the override base armor plus dex, additional bonus magic armor. Oh yeah, they've added a lot of things to make it so that you keep yourself honest. So it should be 14. So his armor class will go up 1. Okay. You can do mage armor at will. Eldritch Blast at will. Okay.
Dwarves have permanent disadvantage on stealth. That's racist.
It's more like you have permanent disadvantage of stealth because of your armor.
Yeah, it's because you're wearing heavy armor.
You're so loud. You're clanking every time you walk around.
Also, you don't have to worry about that because I cancel out your disadvantage every time we do a stealth roll. One of my magical powers is to make you not suck at stealth rolls.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can remove advantage or disadvantage. So in your case, when we roll stealth rolls, I remove your disadvantage.
That's not right.
Okay.
What's wrong? What are you squeaking?
So you guys, are you all ready to go? The lot of you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Yep.
He goes enter the circle. You guys enter the circle, and you feel that sudden feeling where your guts feel like they've been flipped in your belly.
I was thinking just everything drops away.
The way Brandon feels right now with his nausea.
Oh.
Yeah.
As you come to, and you basically show up in what looks like a half-destroyed circular room. And I will send you to the map now.
Oh, if we're going to the map, it means it's war.
Top left corner, you should be able to see.
Sorry. I'm going to click it to read the description.
Left.
So the room we're in is enclosed.
It is enclosed, except that you can see the roof has possibly been burned. It looks like it's taken on damage due to what other events have happened in the last couple months. It doesn't look great. Some of the part of the walls crippled down, a little broken, some holes here and there. And yeah, you come to this space.
Yeah, but we're not. I guess what I'm trying to
You're not out in the
ascertain
open.
is right. We're not at the. Okay, thank you.
Oh shoot, Aaron! I wanted to.
Yeah, fuck you. Too late. You see a door
Okay.
ahead of you.
And we're in the room, and it feels like okay?
As good as a half-dilapidated building could be. You see the
Okay.
door is kind of like hanging open.
Okay,
The
so
wind
Oren,
The wind is blowing
where-
it closed and open again, closed and open it again.
are we trying to get somewhere specific? I know that our mission here is to try to fight the Headless Horseman, but are you looking to go somewhere in particular? Like, are we going to be leaving here and heading somewhere specific that you can describe to us so that we all know where we're going?
He goes, it is in the center of town. We start heading to
Okay.
the center of town. Either we will gather his attention, or we'll gather his attention, or you'll, or vice versa.
Okay.
Is there any point with the crumbled wall that I can just try to take a peek around before we open a door or actually like head out the main entrance.
You can definitely try.
So, I'd like to approach whatever crumbled part of the wall there is stealthily.
Okay. As you look out, you're peeking out. You stick your head out and kind of look around. You see another building, square building that's been trashed, demolished. And you see what looks like an iced lake there, as you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
You keep looking around. You see a tree that's been toppled over. With a 20 perception, you do see what looks like possibly... You're not sure if you see movement or not, but it's relatively quiet. You can't see anything more from that vantage point.
Okay. Okay, let's proceed.
What do you guys do?
I'll head out the door.
Okay. You guys open the door.
I'm gonna have Marina out. My great axe slash gun. My
Gun.
my Gygax.
My Gygax. You're Gary Gygax?
Yeah.
Gary.
Well, I don't want to think that all of you have just come out, right? So, like, shortly behind you is you see Oren coming from behind you, step out.
Mhm.
Smell like...
Aaron,
Hmm?
quick before we leave, I kind of want to take a moment to study this this arcane circle they've constructed.
Okay, do an Arcana check.
All right. The doctor is interested in how this is made.
Well, you can do an Arcana and like a History check, whichever is the best. You see that it's special sort of mineral deposit, like it's some sort of special minerals and metallic metal that is used to keep that circle fresh. You don't exactly understand why it's functioning, but you can see that when you got there, there was a slight sound, like, and some like steam kind of came out of it a little bit. Like it looked like it had moved slightly.
Hmm.
And as you are looking at it, he goes, just as a cheeky look, he goes, depending on where you're coming from, it changes its orientation. Much like what you would consider like a Stargate or...
But from my understanding, it's channeling. They're using that metal to channel some form of energy.
Yeah, some sort of magics it looks like, for instance, like you could tell that he used his own magics to perform the spell.
Yeah.
And then in turn, it used that energy to be recognized as a...
It like recognized it on its end, so to speak.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and he just kind of whispers to you that it's the circle orientation is unique to each individual that uses it. If you're someone like him, or if he's going from gate to gate, it is unique to what that gate is going to. So it all depends on how you use it.
The doctor finally snaps out of it and realizes that he should probably not get the party killed.
Yeah, well, as he says that, he goes, "We should get going."
And he just like shakes his head. Yes, I'm sorry. It's sort of my specialty.
If all goes well, you'll learn more. So then he moves forward. He walks out with with Capella. The wind is blistering cold as it just slaps against your face. It sends a shiver down your spine, Capella, as you just feel that cold chill. He doesn't react at all. He's just numb to it. Go ahead and make, if you're going to move forward, if you want to make a stealth or do a perception check, what would you like to do, Capella?
I'll probably do perception.
Okay.
Only 26.
Only a 26. Okay. It's an 18. That's pretty good. Natural 18. So as you're listening around, you suddenly just hear like a horse just like snorting in the distance. As you hear
In the distance, though.
in the distance, a little bit ahead of you, and you hear what sounds like possible fire, but you're not quite sure.
Actually, you know what, Aaron, I'm gonna do this to you for once. What am I picking up passive perception wise?
What's your passive perception?
21.
She got more than that, so she heard.
Oh
that.
right, sorry. I didn't know that's what I thought she'd wrote an investigation. I was just because I was like, you heard something. Let me see if I hear any more.
Yeah,
sorry.
she heard a perception. She rolled a 26, so an 18 got. So it was higher than yours. You didn't hear that horse snort in the air.
Great.
Which is, horse snort is pretty loud. I mean,
Horse snort.
horse snort.
Horse nears.
Should I? Because I have a passive of 16, I'm close to Capella.
Well, no, because you moved
That
without
was-
telling me
that
that you were
was-
moving out of the room.
That was.
Remember, you don't move until you tell me you're moving.
That was joke, Aaron. That was joke.
Oh, I know. Now I'm giving him a hard time because he just moved his character out without talking to me.
So I could hear potentially a fire crackling. Do I see any smoke from that direction that I heard stuff?
No, you don't see anything. It is.
I'm not
coming.
I'm not
from a-
moving out, Aaron, but I'm moving like toward the door
Okay.
with my weapon drawn and just kind of scanning
Mm-hmm.
in case targets
Yeah.
appear.
I'd be on the other side of
Yeah.
the door, opposite him.
So it's coming from over here.
Okay. Okay. And this building is kind of blown out. Do I feel like... Can we get in where this opening is right here?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could walk into here. There's walls all along here. And anywhere there's a wall, that's where you get cover.
I would like to... I feel like seeing out is good, but I'd like to motion for people to go... If we're trying to pass through, this feels like a safer area to kind of get passed through rather than being out in the open.
All right, so you guys want to move over to the? I can move like over here. Even he is nudging you to like, let's go over against the wall here. Stay out of the open. As he moves,
I will also move.
at least against the wall, away from the opening.
And can I look inside this building, actually? I'm going to come on the other side
Sure.
and look
So-
inside.
As you look into the building there, you see that it's been quite destroyed. This one did not survive whatever's been going on over the last several months. Like, if this is several months of no use and destruction, like whatever's happened here, it's not done well.
Okay.
You could see what looks like the remnants of what looks like beds, and like you see like
But it seems like people haven't been, like, actually living here
for a while, yeah.
for a while.
And it's as you are looking around against the wall, you guys suddenly see come out of the open I need everyone to make a stealth check. Oh no.
And you can roll flat, Tony.
A natural 1 for Trevlo.
The glass inside.
Hold on.
And the,
Let me check something.
and the dwarf gets a 19, y'all.
I mean, and technically they're inside rolling stealth, right? They've not left yet.
They have not
So,
left.
I mean, don't they get advantage for being covered?
No.
Okay.
Wait, I mean, okay. They're like inside a building, and most of those guys aren't even in front of a door.
You hear the doctor sigh, and he just like snaps and reverses time. Go ahead and reroll, Trevlo. It's like, God damn it! I didn't think I'd use this early. Blink.
Okay.
Just looking for the same thing.
Great. It's not a critical failure, which is all critical failure on a stealth roll is not what we want. So great.
You see, come on, there we go. This large man come out towards underneath this, over this, towards the water. This large horse with flowing flame mane and tail, all black, and you see this man without a head walking along the water. Just looks like almost as if he's like scanning the area, you know, just walking.
And who is seeing this?
That would be Robert, if he was by the, you know, by an opening there. And that would be you and Odin, or Orin.
Okay. I'm gonna pull Orin inside of the building with me as quietly as possible, so that we're not outside of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna have him roll a.
Wait, and how big is he? Can I just pick him up?
No, he's not a small little guy. He's medium.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, how big is he? Can I just pick him up?
No, you cannot just pick him up.
He's out of my line of sight.
So as you pull him, he brushes against something, and you see suddenly the horse turn as you pull him over to the side, drag him over, and push him down. He's like, what? You know, like he was kind of taken by surprise, like he was ready to take his blade out and just go after him.
Fuck.
As he comes trotting over.
Okay.
Over to hear the noise that was made. He's crossed the frozen river there as he.
How fast is he moving? Jesus.
He's on a horse.
I say he's on a horse.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think difficult terrain is a thing for the horse.
Nightmares fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we see him flying?
Yeah,
Like,
you
is
see-
do we see the horse
you
like
see-
hovering?
Yeah, you see the horse just kind of almost like leap over the river as if it's the waterway, as if it was nothing. Just lands on the ground. Starts looking around. He heard something, but he's not sure. What do you guys do?
see him through the window?
Do you want to peek through the window?
No, this whole cutout thing.
This is a door.
Oh, okay.
It's
Never mind.
opening and closing. If you want, you probably don't want to be around that door. You'll see you if you know.
Can I move to here?
Okay.
It's on top of me.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was Greg.
No, Greg's on the other side of the door. I'm on this side. We were both basically looking out either side of the door.
Aaron, I'm gonna click my heels together to activate my boots of speed.
Okay.
Is this so? This door is open,
It's
Aaron.
not,
I'm assuming.
It's opening and closing with the wind occasionally. So like,
Okay.
if the wind kicks up, it'll open up again.
Okay.
So I would assume you guys would know that and want to move to the side walls or something.
Yeah.
You see him come around the corner over here.
Hold on. I'm checking something.
Oh, so the doors are closed at the moment.
Yeah, like it's opening occasionally, but it's not like flying open. It's just I wouldn't be just right at the door because he obviously would see you. But it's not just open, no. Capella, you're basically sitting against the wall with him as he's like.
And can I hear him moving around outside on the
Yeah,
other side of the wall?
it's exactly like the feeling you got with the movie Jurassic Park with the raptors walking around the kitchen. You just hear the breathing of this horse.
And can we do a similar thing and move across this way and move behind this wall here?
You would have to do a stealth check.
All right. So, as I hear this dude right outside the doorway, Robert is going to turn to everybody else in the room, and he's going to go like this.
One sec. You beat me to the punch because what I would like to do, Aaron, seeing that he's about to turn this corner on them, I'm going to dimension door over here, and
well, I was trying to coordinate a surprise.
Great. I didn't understand.
That's still hilarious because you could just pop up right in the center there, right in this rock in the middle of the lake.
Well, that's what I want. My purpose was to draw his attention. I don't want him to. I can take more abuse than those two, so yeah. I'm drawing his. You guys still get a surprise because I'm the only one he knows is here.
Okay.
Well, and if I hear them attack, I'm gonna pop out and shoot him as well.
So I'm not taking the surprise attack, Aaron. I'm literally just teleporting out here and making I'm being obvious about it.
On 3, then you leave, and then Robert attacks, and then I attack.
Yeah, so on 3, I'm gonna knock the doors open and go
strategery. Aaron doesn't like the planning.
No,
you wouldn't be able to see
it.
the countdown.
You wouldn't be able to see the countdown. You're in a completely different space with Oren.
Right.
You don't see.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying the countdown. I'm saying if I hear them attack, then I'm gonna attack.
Right, but that will be upon your turn. It will not be a surprise.
Yeah, for you, it won't be a surprise attack.
No.
But for Robert, it will be. I would love to see the point is that you're counting down 3, 2, and then right at 1, you see him teleport. and you get
Would I get an attack as well, being on the other side of the door, since we're both on over?
Yeah, I will allow it, but I just think it's really funny because suddenly you see the doctor go out, and he's just this rock. I land on the rock, and I don't know. What do you say, Doc?
What would I say to a Dullahan? Yeah. I literally, the doctor's not witty, so he literally is just he teleports out there and he's just like, hello, were you looking for something? He's
right.
literally just trying to draw attention and get attacked himself instead of
All right.
the guy wearing nothing but mage armor.
Okay. It's at that point, as you're counting down the one, he starts to run towards him. I'm saying with that. But
Oh,
everyone else, roll.
shit. But I
for
thought,
initiative.
wait,
It's split. It's seconds. I mean, he's not going to make it there. He's just heading.
Yeah, but
his
don't
way.
Robert and I get a surprise attack round?
Yes. Watch just everyone roll.
yeah,
for
but
initiative, right?
moving him away like really fucks me up.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense that he would have time to turn around, look at you, react, and run 30 feet, right?
He
As
didn't.
I'm
He's right
basically
here. He just
simultaneously
moved over
doing
to
it.
here. I'm not saying
It's
he
just-
went across the
but
room.
it's-
He,
Okay.
he didn't go all the way over to here. He just moved from here to here. You could still turn around, like as if you were gonna open the door and just start shooting at him. I'm still
but-
gonna give you your chance to shoot at him.
Yeah, but I needed to do different things. I needed to be close to him. Wait, so where is he? This is where he is?
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay, let me... That's why I waited till he got close.
He's still pretty close.
okay. Yeah, he's still good there. I thought you would put him farther away.
No.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burst through the doors, and I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna put my vow of enmity on the nightmare,
Okay.
which gives me advantage, and then I am going to take a couple of sharpshooter shots.
Is the vow of enmity an action or anything?
No, it is. I don't even know if it's a bonus action. It might be a bonus action. Let me look. Come on. Too many features and traits.
Too many.
Yeah, it's bonus action. So bonus action for the vow of enmity, and then 2 sharpshooter shots.
Okay.
What?
It's just a bonus action. It's a lot. You're doing that, and you're gonna take 2 shots for a sneak attack, for basically sneak attacking. It's a lot. I gotta.
Oh, are you doing this as a sneak attack like before initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Yeah,
okay.
you got
I mean,
you
whatever,
guys still
man.
get your sneak attack round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
giving you.
so-
I'm saying I don't mind the enmity as much, but I'm giving you a chance to shoot him once.
That's fair. That's
Okay.
cool. All right, so let's do. Wait, hold on. Advantage. Well, that was not a great roll.
Well, who are you shooting at?
The nightmare.
The nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nightmare.
So that'd be a 15.
That hits it.
Plus the D4, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the D4. Thank you. But if 15 is good enough, then
Yes, a 15 will hit it.
okay. Then I'm gonna dump Divine Smite into it as well. Smite me, almighty smiter.
So the nightmare is his horse,
Yes.
and that's
The
a
9
separate
rolled over to a 1.
entity.
So how much damage here?
So 17 damage from the shot with the sharpshooter, and then I've got to do the Divine Smite, which I think it's 2d8, but then I think it's 1d8 because it's a fiend, if I recall correctly. Divine Smite, yeah, 2d8 plus 1d8, 1d8 against undead or fiends. Yep, so 3d8. Let me do that. $15 points of damage from the smite.
Okay.
And that's me.
You have shot at the horse.
The horsey shot.
And Chris, you can go ahead and shoot whoever you're going to try to shoot. It's either the horse or the.
So I am also going to go for the horse. I'm going to use the Clockwork Amulet to guarantee I get a 20 to attack. And then I'm going to use Sharpshooter as well, so that'll be a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Kind of cheating the system there, but yep. I'm going to roll just so I can do damage now.
Well, to
And
be
if
fair,
this-
it's probably what you would have done anyway if you didn't
Okay.
know it was.
And I'm glad I didn't do that. I didn't have to roll because that would have broken my gun. And that'll be a 53 damage to the horse.
Okay.
Rogue.
Those were good damage rolls. Like they were almost all max damage rolls.
All right.
Ouchie.
You kill the nightmare outright.
Fuck. Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't worry, next round our guns are probably gonna break and we'll be done. Well, technically if I had rolled that round, my gun would have broken and I'd be done.
Everyone, roll for initiative.
Now we made him good and pissed off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You killed his horse.
And there's another bad roll.
Killed his trusty steed.
I'll be a sitting duck for this whole round. Oh, actually, that 53 with sharpshooter, how much damage does that add? It doesn't matter, killed him.
It's 10.
Shit. Yeah,
It's
so it would
10.
have been 63 damage, but oh well.
Nice.
Killed him anyways.
Holy shit, you have a +9 to initiative?
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, that's one of the sharpshooter features.
Oh, I
isn't it?
think it's a gunslinger thing.
Yeah, guns.
Or that's what I meant. Gunslinger. I'm sorry.
Yeah, next level I'll have advantage on initiative rolls.
Yep.
I think it's next
So,
level.
Capella, what'd you roll?
I got a 23.
Jesus. Robert, you rolled a 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Basil, you rolled a what?
7.
Oof.
Yep.
Dr. Kazim, you rolled a 22, right?
22.
Trevlo, you rolled a 17, correct?
Holy shit, is the turn tracker actually?
No.
No, it's not. I just saw that it was like kind of maybe had done it because it's
But,
I had a 22 in the
And
turn
then
order. but
an 8 for Opal, correct?
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 for Trevlo, correct?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Just making sure. Want to keep everything honest. Okay. I guess it is Robert's. Well. It is Robert's turn.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see
What
if.
would the nightmare do? Would the nightmare have gotten any attacks? Or
Yeah, it would have done stuff.
oh yeah.
He is not happy you killed his.
I didn't realize. I guess I only get one. That Vial of Enmity is Channel Divinity. I only get one.
I used my Clockwork Amulet, which was only 1 as well, but hey, good first shot.
Yeah, I have one of those too that I always forget about. But
Yeah.
But that sucks because I really would have rather had the advantage on the
Doing
big
how?
guy. But oh well. At least we killed his horse.
Mm-hmm.
His horse is dead.
So okay, then I am going to attack twice with my pepper box. So first attack 25 to hit.
That hits him.
Okay. And I think I'll pump a smite into that too, since I'm within 30 feet.
rub some smite on it.
I did not do sharpshooter though, so this one's only 11. And then for the smite, is he undead or a fiend?
He is undead.
Okay, cool. So then 3d8 for that. 10 more damage from the smite.
So that is 36.
21
46?
total, I think.
Oh, wait, no, never
What's
mind. 11.
21 total.
21 total.
Yeah. And then attack number 2. It's a 19.
That hits.
Okay. Roll a 1. So 7 points of damage, and then I'm gonna pump my last smite into it, because might as well just do it all.
Do all the smites.
Right. So 14 from the smite, so 21 damage total from that. And then I am going to run my candy ass back into the room behind there.
All right. Next, it's his turn. He is not happy. You have pissed him off. You're too fucking far away.
Taking my ball and going home.
But that's okay. You just took a shitload of damage. You killed my fucking horse. Oh, yeah, you got that close, right?
Oh yeah.
You got right into it.
I was gonna, but I didn't end a turn there. What does the ability say?
Each of the creatures of the dual hand's choice within 30 feet of it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
So is it on its turn?
That's on its turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, obviously you can do it now. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
Well,
actually, he's gonna open the doors, come walking in, seeing all of you, all of you in this room.
Nice and grouped up for him.
And what is his?
Oh, thank God.
So just so everybody is clear on why the armored wizard teleported out into the middle of the lake was to stop this exact moment of everyone being clumped up and the duck walking into you.
One snarky guy versus two people killing his horse ain't gonna do much, is it?
No, fair. I'm not saying that the death of the horse wasn't the better thing. I'm just saying this was the thought process of.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, regardless of death of horse, it was his mentality of like, you fuckers.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1 on this.
Oh,
here, let me
wisdom
resize
saving
him
throws
because
in our
he
group.
no longer has the
Yep.
horse, so he's not large. Yeah, he just opens the door.
Oh, look at him. He's teeny.
I'm just trying to keep it honest. He doesn't need to be that large. He's a medium creature.
And are we affected over here? Even
He
though
doesn't see you, so it was of his choice. He sees all 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Okay.
Tony, what did you roll?
Yield wisdom.
You're muted too.
But I feel real fucking smart.
Let's see if you feel really wise.
Yeah, let's see.
I hope so.
You're the one that should be doing well at these things.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's him and I are both pretty good at wisdom saves. Actually, Robert's normally pretty good too, aren't you? I think you have a decent wisdom score.
Not at wisdom.
He's
I
a
do have a decent wisdom
plus-
score, but I don't. But I'm not like
There's no
proficient in
bonuses.
that.
Yeah.
Why'd you roll? Why'd you roll?
I
an
thought about
insight?
doing resilient, but that's
Yeah,
what I
me
did.
too.
It's the only reason I'm good at it.
Can I bend luck and try again for me?
You can, if it says if you don't do it beforehand, yes. If you can do it after the fact, Tony, I don't want an insight. I wanted a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't use it on myself.
You can't.
Nope.
Oh no, you failed.
Yep.
Anybody?
Yeah, it says another creature, not me.
So anybody that's
I mean, insight's a wisdom check, bro.
no
But,
wisdom
okay.
saves are different. Wisdom saves give you better numbers. If you go to the left side, you'll see saves.
Yeah, he has a +9 in both of them, but yeah.
Right, but sometimes they can be different. You know, I'm just trying to be honest and help him.
Start shaking in your boots.
Yeah, unfortunately, anybody below a 15 or below a 15, you're all frightened by him. Every single one of you.
So, question as a player, is this one of those frightened abilities that once you succeed, you're good? What's it say? Because some
I mean,
of them,
if he
yeah,
sticks
like once you
around,
succeed,
Or
keep
become-
doing it, though,
It
right?
becomes frightened of the dual hand until the end of its next turn.
well, no, some creatures in D&D, once you succeed a wisdom saving throw, you can
Right.
no longer be frightened, like during that encounter.
Right. This one's
By that
until-
creature.
So he could actually do it again if he wanted to, but it costs. It costs
Yeah.
him to do it. So
I think what's different about this one is
it stops working after the end of his next turn. So you guys
exactly right. That's
It's
why you're not
permanent, yeah.
right. That's why it doesn't have the mechanic that you're talking about.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, makes sense.
And then he is gonna go ahead and multi-attack and hit twice because that was a legendary action of his that he used. So just staying honest. And he sees you, Robert. He's gonna take 2 attacks with his battle axe. A 12, which misses, probably,
Mm-hmm.
and a 15.
That also misses.
Oh my god, there's a DC 15 con save. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Just saying. Capella, it's your turn.
Okay. Is the door okay? So if I were to come over here, is the door open such that I can see him from where I'm at right now?
You can probably see him, yes.
Okay. So then I would like to shoot him. I would like to shoot him. I've never done it before, so
What are you shooting him with? The axe?
yeah.
Okay, you're going to roll a normal attack. You're not... Are you proficient with firearms? I don't think you are.
I can't imagine a world in which I would be. I found this weapon and I'm gonna try it out now.
Okay, so you're not proficient in the weapon. It's just going to be a flat roll. But if you roll anything like what is it, like a 3 or a 4?
It was 3 or below. It would be a misfire.
There's a couple things. Yeah, not proficient. She doesn't get to add her proficiency bonus. But what's the min and max range on that gun? Because I thought it was absurdly low.
15 to 60 feet.
So you have disadvantage on the attack roll too because you're outside of 15 feet.
Yeah.
So you basically have to be 15 feet or closer for you to not have disadvantage.
It's a
on the attack roll.
shotgun.
It's a shotgun.
Okay, so I can move closer. I haven't
and
used
then-
all of my movement and,
And then
be
past
within
60 feet,
15
it wouldn't work at all. So
So, okay, so I can move closer to be within 15 feet of him.
Sure.
I would like to do that. Can I be here? Yeah.
Well, where were
Is
you? You were...
I was over here, and I can move 40 feet.
yeah, it should be good. It's 15. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So now it's a straight roll, but no proficiency bonus. Just your dex, I believe.
If I just do the roll,
You could just roll dexterity check. That should
well, I'm
be-
just gonna click on the thing and do the roll that's in the because it's in my
as long
image.
as long as it's marked as not being proficient or something, it should D&D should take care of you. Or D&D
Let's try
should.
it. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens when I do it.
Oh yeah, it did right.
Did it add any? It added
It
a
did the-
plus.
Is that your
Four.
dex bonus?
Plus 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
then
it
you're
is.
good.
A
Yep,
20.
it's good.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Okay, and so then I will do my damage. 12.
12 points of damage. All right, is that the end of your turn?
So that's I can't move closer to him.
Does your blade song still work at this point?
Blade Song lasts a minute.
Mm.
I would imagine that we've been sneaking around for...
Yeah, longer than a minute.
Yeah. So, we can say...
Your blade
No.
song has passed, yeah.
That helped with my movement, I guess, but... so I'll go ahead and... So Blade Song is a bonus action, but so was the... Well, no, I used the shot as my action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do Blade Song as my bonus action?
I don't see why not.
Okay. Because I can't do any other actions because he's too far away,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't do any spells. So I'll just put Blade Song back up again,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Okay. That's the end of your turn then.
I did it! I shot a guy!
Yeah, we've been meaning to tell you about that.
You don't shoot a guy, you shoot a motherfucker.
Oh, I shooted a motherfucker.
A fucker of mothers.
I did it!
That sounded like a 30-year-old mother, 32-year-old mother. Like,
I did it!
I did it! Like proud of their child, like, you did it! Yeah.
I shot him. Ugh.
Dr. Cousin.
It's not- you know, you always remember the first time you shoot a guy, you know?
Dr.
I'm-
Cousin.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Can I see the Dullahan?
Not really.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's
because he's just basically around this corner from me, right?
Yeah, it's a little
Mhm.
difficult.
Okay, how about if I move here?
The doors there. It would be.
Fuck it.
He'd have.
I think
some
you need to
cover.
be like, well, I mean, it depends. Part of that square is in his line of sight. I mean, not the middle of the square to the middle of the square.
Well,
but
I'm
might have
thinking-
like almost full
yeah.
cover.
I guess middle of square to middle of square would be like,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm trying
here-ish.
to think. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the door too. Like that door is open, but it's like still blocking some vision.
Yeah.
So you walking on the ice there is
Difficult terrain,
Difficult
I'm
terrain.
assuming.
yeah, the ice.
Let me check something real quick. I forget. Where? I always fucking forget. Attunement. There we go. Okay, it does not affect that. Okay, we're good. I wanted to check because I knew I had those slippers of spider climbing, and I knew that they said something about ice, but it's that they don't work on a surface covered in ice. So yeah, difficult terrain,
Half movement.
and yeah, so I've used. I can use. Yep, that's literally as far as I can go. Let's do it.
Yeah, you could probably
Uh.
see him there. What did you want to do?
All right. We are going to attempt. Emphasis on attempt. To vortex warp him. What's my distance? 90. Okay, I can do that. But first, and I'm gonna try to place him like over here-ish.
Over where? Well, what's
Like
your-
over here-ish. He has to, if he fails the save, first of all.
Back over by the dead trees, the fallen
Wow.
trees.
He fails it, but he's going to use one of his legendary actions.
Okay, that's what I figured that's what was about to happen. That's why I said attempt, but
Mhm.
my character wouldn't know that. So
Let's roll through them. Let's get rid of them.
I was trying to get him out of your guys' grills, but
Yeah, it's one of his resistances he's using right now for that.
yeah.
He's like, no, I will stay.
I don't want to go!
I imagine that it still makes the like vortex behind him, and he literally just like fights it off, and you see him like shaking towards Robert, like.
I don't know why it just gave me Avengers chills when you said that. Like, I don't want to go, Mr. Stark. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Sorry.
All right, that failed. Is that all you can do?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's all my things.
Trevlo, it is your turn. You failed. You're scared shitless. You need to run as far away as possible from this creature.
No, there's no windows in this thing.
They're not really. You basically
Not in this
Is
one.
that is that the description? Because normally you just can't get closer to it.
well, yeah, it's just frightened.
It says frightened, a frightened creature has disadvantage. On
You
its-
can't. Yeah, you can't willingly move
Yeah, you
closer to
can't.
the source of its fear. So
Yeah,
you
so you don't
can't-
have to like run away.
Right.
Yeah, there are some fear effects that say that,
Say
but
that.
it's
Yeah,
rare.
there are. Yeah.
Yeah, like turn undead is like that.
So you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while looking at this creature.
I can step here, right, and attack.
As long as you're not moving towards him, yes.
Yeah, I'm sidestepping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with disadvantage on all your attacks.
Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna witch bolt him.
Witchy witch bolt. Really, a 20 and a 20. You rolled a 20 and a 20.
Does the 20 hit you, Aaron?
Yes, the 20 hits me. Jesus Christ.
I don't care who you are. That's funny.
There don't I get a D4 as well on top of that? Or no?
No.
It wouldn't matter. Well, yeah, you're blessed, but it wouldn't
Oh.
matter.
Oh,
You still
okay,
hit.
fine. Sweet.
Yeah, you hit him, but it didn't hurt as much as you thought it would.
Okay, and then I'll just go back behind Basil again.
Okay. It is Orin's turn.
Orin, be careful.
Let's see. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm reading this right. Yep. He comes walking out. As he's walking out, Capella, you hear him muttering a couple words, and it sounds like guttural and. And as he starts out these words, they come flying out. This dark energy comes forward, and a portal opens up right in front of him.
Hmm.
Let me see. Must be one of challenge rating 5 or lower. So 5th level. Oh no, so it's 6. So 6.
Oh, whoa! Oh dear.
Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Challenge rating 6.
Oh no, you shouldn't apologize. You've made up a character in moments and are playing it.
It is. What is a demon considered?
A fiend.
Bad.
He's a
Yeah,
fiend.
it's a
Oh.
fiend.
Wait, what level is he? Challenge rating. It's based off a challenge rating, right?
Yeah. And since you upcast it, I think it's
The fifth,
6 or
sixth
lower.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Challenge rating 6. I set it to. What's filter? Are you kidding? I can't believe that. Challenge rating 6.
Is it a demon?
Yeah, it's a demon. I am just surprised that if he is truly that challenge rating.
Like there's a rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was making sure. I was like,
Yeah, that's
what the
me.
hell?
Yeah, somebody has a list from a couple years ago on Reddit.
Also, Aaron, if you've never used that before, I don't know if your character would know this, but you can make the demon give you its true name on your first turn, so it has disadvantage on those rolls against you.
It is just.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Here's all it's gonna do. You see suddenly. I didn't want the legacy one. Yeah, this one's pretty good. This huge winged demon with a large longsword come out of the portal, just snarling with large claws and these large elongated teeth. He looks like that in the chat. If you look on Roll20's chat.
Hmm.
Dentist
And
of formal life.
Abishai.
A white Abishai. And that's where we're going to kick it off for next session. You see this demon coming out forward.
To spend 14 days frightened.
Well, it's
Sucks.
already quarter to 10 almost, and this is a good time.
So for the
Big
next,
angry thing with a big fucking sword, man. That's not cool.
so for the next 2 weeks, Xanax.
Yeah. Honestly, though, having Orin with the teleporting, this could be really helpful for us to be able to potentially.
Not die of exhaustion.
Yes.
I have never actually taken a Xanax.
Nor I.
Okay. Good. Good story.
Yes, you have.
Let me write the initiatives down so I have them for tomorrow, for next time. 25.
Because somebody spiked a punch bowl with it at one of the opening night parties at YSU.
Oh.
I think it was Gary and Rich. Assholes.
I had some before I had LASIK, but I had a panic attack. So it didn't do what it should have done.
That might have been what they. Yeah, I might have taken it one time before a procedure as well.
It's pretty common. Anti-anxiety meds of some form, either that or Ativan before procedures. Ativan's also good for that because it tends to make you not remember any of it.
Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I think that's what they gave me before my tonsillectomy. Because I know I had taken a pill, and then they like did other stuff. But I don't remember ever being taken out.
That might have been a twilight anesthesia, which is different.
Like Versed, yeah.
Yeah. Twilight anesthesia, like it's like anesthesia, but you kind of like your subconscious brain kind of remains conscious, so to speak. Like you can respond to the doctor, but you don't remember any of it. You don't react to it. Blah blah blah. And then Ativan is an anti-anxiety, but in large doses, you basically don't form short-term memories, and because you don't form short-term memories, they don't convert into long-term memories. You don't remember the experience.
That sounds like a date rape drug.
It can be, yes.
Yikes.
Actually, a bunch of dudes at CU Boulder got arrested, and they got their frat kicked off campus because they put a bottle of Xanax and 2 things of boxed wine and served it as a public source.
Yikes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
people suck.
Good job, guys. Good session tonight. We'll continue more in 2 weeks. We're getting close to the end. So
Oh my god.
this is
I
exciting.
think get the slug out of my brain, man.
This is really this is really good. All right, I do have to go bother my husband to see if we've got time to watch Hot D.
D.
Hot D, House of the Dragon.